shoots, turned over by Cech. Wonderful action.
Drogba's down again. Of course, Drogba's back on his feet, having looked as if he was ready for a stretcher at the hospital. Drogba's gone down as if he was fouled. Referee says no.
Telling me 2 nights too late for the bastard.
Mascherano. Oh, good ball by the Argentine to the right side, now below. Ballack did exceptionally well.
Terry comes in with a big crushing challenge. John Terry's taken no prisoners at all in the second half.
Benitez going mad at the 4th division.
Torres tried to lift it over Cech, and Cech was there in the Chelsea goal. What an opportunity there for Liverpool.
You know what the overriding thing is? Don't make the mistake. Don't make the mistake. It could possibly send you out of the competition.
Oh, he's been headed in to his own goal by Risa. What a lifeline for Chelsea.
Well, just looking back on last night's game as Manchester United won it, and what happened to Wayne Rooney, of course, not playing yesterday. He'll return for Manchester United's crucial match against West Ham on Saturday, says Fergie today. Patrick Evra left the pitch on a stretcher last night, but he's also expected to be fit. Vidic, however, remains doubtful for the weekend. The BBC also understands that Leeds will have the result of that appeal against their 15-point deduction tomorrow heard and found out at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You'll hear first news during Drive at 5 o'clock. And coach Slaven Bilic, who has recently been linked to Manchester City, has agreed to sign a contract extension with Croatia. Those are the other football stories today. Let's just take a check on the team news of the two sides here at Stamford Bridge tonight. Chelsea against Liverpool with Alan Green.
Both teams make 2 changes from the first leg. Essien, who was suspended at Anfield, is in at right back for Pereira, and Kalou is in for Malouda, and that means that Lampard is alongside Ballack and Makelele in the Chelsea midfield. Liverpool's changes, well, that own goal, quote, hero for Chelsea, Risa, is in at left back. Aurelio is injured, and Benny is prepared to babble on the left side of midfield.
Graham Taylor, tactically this week, what will Rafa Benitez have been working on, do you think?
In many respects, it's about the shape of your team all of the time, and certainly the fact is this game doesn't have to be won in the first minute. You know, you've got 90 minutes of it. It will be play the way that we've played, approach it in a sensible manner, do not get sucked in, don't open your team up, do not leave spaces in your team that the opponents can exploit if and when you lose the ball.
And Avram Grant
basically will be almost saying the same. That you have a situation there, we know the way that we play. When we get our opportunities, let's take them.
Here they come. John Terry leading Chelsea, Steven Gerrard leaving Liverpool. Out onto the pitch here at Stamford Bridge in front of us. Red against blue tonight, and both sets of players, of course, walk determinedly across to the far side of the ground here, which is where Roman Abramovich's box and the Chelsea director's box is situated. Frank Lampard following John Terry out tonight, deep in thought. Michael Ballack, what will it mean to him to reach a Champions League final in Moscow this year? And Claude Makelele, what a job there is for him to do too. And what's going through Johnny Risa's mind right now? Is he feeling he's got to immediately make up for what happened a week ago? This match is beautifully poised then. Chelsea just with a little bit of an advantage. But who will it be that falls at the final hurdle on their way to Moscow to meet Manchester United in an all-English Champions League final? Will it be Drogba and Chelsea that fall down? Or will the Didier Drogba dossier from Rafa Benitez go by the wayside? 90 minutes of the best action to come. With us here on 5 Live Sport, our top team brings it to you of Graham Taylor, Mike Ingham, and first again here at Stamford Bridge is Alan Green.
Well, unlike at Anfield last week and at Old Trafford last night, you can actually hear the Champions League anthem at Stamford Bridge, and it's not the fault of the Chelsea team, but the atmosphere just does not compare in West London to the two stadiums in the northwest of England. These are the two lineups. Chelsea have Cech in goal, defensive Essien, Carvalho, Terry and Cole. That's of course Ashley Cole. In midfield, Makelele, Ballack and Lampard. Then it's Joe Cole, Drogba and Kalou. Liverpool's goalkeeper is Reina. Their defenders are Beloa, Carragher, Skirtle and Risa. Mascherano and Alonso anchor midfield. Then it's Kaut, Gerrard and Benayoun. And finally Torres up front. So how many goals are we going to see, Graham?
I wish I could say 5.
1 or 0?
I don't think we're going to... I'll be surprised if we see any more than 2.
I'll be astounded if we see 2, but there you go. I didn't think we'd see 2 at Anfield. Well, all those free flags have been flown, so to speak, by the Chelsea fans. The 6 employees of the club who are standing on the far side of the field, and between them they raise 3 flags. I mean, for goodness sake.
There is a situation, is it? The big flags that we have are raised. I don't know how much they get paid per hour or per minute, but it's some effort.
I could do that job.
Yeah.
I could do that job.
It's a big flag.
Here's a job.
You can see them actually, they are in there. But having said all of that, Alan, this is Chelsea. This is their it's a second leg here at Stamford Bridge. What an opportunity for them.
Yeah, absolutely huge. They lost all 3 of their previous Champions League semi-finals, but unquestionably they hold the advantage courtesy of the away goal scored by John Arnorisa. Chelsea will kick off in their blue shirts, blue shorts and white socks. Liverpool all in red, and Chelsea will be attacking the end to our right in the first half. That's the Matthew Harding stand. Manchester United await the victors for the final in Moscow on the 21st of May. The referee, Roberto Rossetti, checks both his watches, blows one of his whistles, didn't hear that amidst the noise, and we're underway. Will it be cautious or will it be frenetic? My money would be on the former. Carvalho hits it forward, and it was headed away initially by Skirtle, then won by Benayoun. Here's Mascherano to Gerrard, back to Alonso. Alonso to Kite now, just inside the centre circle. Gerrard wants the ball played to him, but the pass was knocked away by Carvalho. Drogba controls the ball and goes down for the first occasion tonight, and I think actually he was fouled there.
He was caught, no doubt about it, and the referee immediately gave the free kick. No complaints there at all, he was brought down.
So the free kick is, I think it's over the halfway line, but Ashley Cole is further back than he needs to be. Almost on the centre line, left of the centre circle. Ashley Cole hits it high for Drogba, who rises well, heads it behind Kalou. Kalou's on the far side of the field. Chelsea left, and then it's hit out of play by Dirk Kuyt, and it's going to be a throw to Chelsea. This is not our customary commentary position at Stamford Bridge. We're much lower down, in fact probably only a couple of yards above pitch level, so we can almost see the camber of the pitch at Stamford Bridge. That was poorly played by Joe Cole after the throw-in, and is harmlessly behind for a goal kick to Liverpool.
I think the interesting thing, Alan, where you saw the throw-in taken in the far corner, and immediately, with players there, and almost the majority of the team squeeze into the corner, players being squeezed all of the time, and in many respects, the actual pitch that they play on at any time is quite small.
Here's Kuyt on the far side, score of the Liverpool goal at Anfield, but he loses possession, and Terry hits it upfield, straight under the forehead of Carragher, who passes it back into the Chelsea half. Makelele heads it to Ashley Cole. He's being hustled by Torres, maybe fouled by Torres. Yes, it's a free kick to Chelsea. Not a great deal in it, but it was certainly a free kick.
Yeah, I think like a lot of things, it's settling in, isn't it? So early, and it takes, I think, sometimes 10 minutes or more until you see the actual shape of the game.
Well, I wouldn't be at all surprised if we don't see a goal tonight, but certainly if there is a goal, I think the first one will be critical. It will determine the attitude of the two teams. Chelsea hold the advantage after the first leg at Anfield. Check out of his penalty area, and he drives it forward left-footed. Drogba got a nudge there from Skirtle. I think that was a free kick, but it's not. It's a goal kick. I thought there was a foul on Drogba there. You see, I'm immediately jumping to his defence, having slaughtered him pre-match.
Yeah, but I think what you are doing, you're passing comment on what was right. I would agree with you. I thought he was nudged out of play there, and I thought it was a free kick which the referee did not give him.
It's a bruise. That's another bruise for Didier Drogba. Goal kick to Liverpool. Reina hits it. Gerrard jumps, beaten in the air by Essien. Skirtle heads it away. Lampard volleys it forward, right-footed. Skirtle chases after it, and Skirtle is hoping it's going to run behind harmlessly for a goal kick. Drogba prevented that. Here's Carragher. Carragher turns away from Drogba, finds Skirtle onto his right foot, and no-nonsense defending from the Slovakian. Upfield it goes. Terry heads it back. Alonso tries to clear, but it falls to Carragher, and carefully he plays it back to Reina. Liverpool will certainly hold their shape. Those four defenders, and Alonso and Mascherano sitting in front of them, that won't alter for quite a while.
Absolutely right. The shape of the team is vital for both teams, really, but certainly from a Liverpool point of view, that's what they've always done. Can I just make comment, Alan, both in the warm-up and now, the amount of rain that we've had, you still see it, spitting up when the ball moves, the water. And sometimes, you just need that little sort of effect where it just holds up, and who knows, your pass doesn't go quite where you intended it to go.
Reina's just slipped as he made the clearance upfield, but here's Gerrard to Benny Youn. Poor pass from Benny Youn. He attempted to find Gerrard, didn't. Two Liverpool players slipped there. Mascherano almost guilty of a free kick. A foul tackle on Essien. Ball breaks to Kuyt, does it? No. Lampard does well, finds Terry. Terry hits it to the far side. Ashley Cole up to the halfway line. Pass was a little under hit to Kalou, but Kalou did well. Finding Lampard. Ashley Cole again. Back now to Makalele. Left of the centre circle on the halfway line. Back to Carvalho. Carvalho and Terry against Torres. Critical battle. Not a good ball forward by Carvalho, but Liverpool's clearance equally indifferent. Essien to Makalele. On to Ballack, and as Ballack sort of lifted his foot there, lots of water came off the playing surface. Here's Torres, tackled and beaten by Joe Cole. It's very slippery out there. Here's Drogba. He's a slippery character. He shoots. Reina dives, pushes it behind for a corner.
And I tell you what, with these conditions, it's well worth having that kind of shot from 20-30 yards out, hit the ground. You don't know whether it's going to shoot on or whether it holds up. The actual water in this ground at the moment, in the early stages, is playing a part in the passing movements.
It's interesting that Reina didn't catch the ball. He just played it safety first for a keeper. Anyway, here's the corner, played in deeply. Headed away well by Risa. Drogba outside the penalty area to Ballack. A shot driven in by Essien high over the crossbar.
No, we know that both Drogba and Essien can produce shots. I thought just there that he's looking to get it over the players, and by doing that, he put it over the bar as well.
It's raining again.
It is. The rain is coming down to continual drizzle at the moment, but there has been a lot of heavy rain prior to this game.
Well, the technical areas are quite restricted here, and Benitez went out to give an instruction. Immediately the fourth official warned him about straying out of his technical area, but it's rather more restrictive than many stadiums around the country.
Having sat in them on, you're very low. You know, if you want to see anything over the far side of the pitch, you really have to stand up to have a good view of it.
Here's Jamie Carragher, one of two Liverpool players with then a yellow card of suspension. The other one is Gerrard. And what's the
handball?
Handball.
Yeah, he had
against Frank Lampard. So it's a free kick to Liverpool inside right channel. The only Chelsea player under threat, of course, is the captain John Terry. So three substantial figures for whom a yellow card would mean missing the final. Gerrard's going to take this free kick now. It's a good 35 yards from goal. Skirtle is up, so too is Carragher, Torres and Kuyt. They're the ones attacking Gerrard's free kick. Gerrard delays. Chelsea leave only Ashley Cole upfield inside the centre circle. Strange choice that. Gerrard still waiting. I think the referee's looking for some pushing around the edge of the penalty area. Gerrard whips it in right-footed. Played in. Liverpool player went down. That was Kuyt. He immediately appeals for a penalty kick. I didn't see anything wrong. And it's cleared by Chelsea. It's an excellent clearance by Drogba to Kalou. Kalou almost lost it to Alonso. Essien back to Ballack. Ballack drags it toward the far side of the field. Good ball. Instant control as well from Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole onto Lampard. Lampard's offside, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Taken quickly by Gerrard. Well, it started quite quickly, the game. Here's Kuyt on the far side of the field. Liverpool right. Playing it in to the centre circle. Benny Youn controls it well. Taking in his chest. Passing it to Mascherano. And now wide to the left. And Risa, who of course gets taunting applause from Chelsea fans and responds by a woeful pass forward straight behind for a goal kick.
I don't know if that's his first touch or not, but he could have done with a better one there. I think in the next few minutes or so, all of the players will have eventually picked up the pace of the ball off the pitch, because there's no doubt about it. Sometimes it shoots through with that water, sometimes the water is holding it up. Next few minutes, I think all of the players should then have a real proper feel.
Flags up for offside against Drogba. Liverpool trying to reach the third Champions League final in just 4 seasons under Rafa Benitez, and they've won the last 7 semi-finals in Europe's Premier Club competition, whether it's the European Cup or the Champions League, beating, of course, Chelsea on 2 of those occasions. Alonso hits it towards the right side, towards Gerrard, who flicked it on, but beyond Arbeloa, and it's out for a Chelsea throw-in. 0-0, of course, will take Chelsea through.
Yeah, and I mean, you were saying it's a fantastic European record. There is, you just can't argue with it at all. And Benitez has done it exceptionally well.
Mascherano was poor there, giving the ball straight to Lampard. Taken up by Kalou. On to Cole. The Ward just held up the strength of that pass, and then Cole goes down. Chelsea appeal for a free kick, not given by the Italian referee, and here's Benayoun exchanging passes with Gerrard now, running at Carvalho, running in field, finds Gerrard on the Torres. Here's a great chance for Torres into the penalty area. Out comes Cech, and Cech concedes a corner, but Torres' first touch actually took it wider of goal than need be, and perhaps lessens it down his chances of scoring.
Absolutely right. His first touch took it further on, put it onto his left side. As soon as that happened, Cech knew he had to come out, and he came out so well and really cut Torres' angle down to almost nothing.
Liverpool close there, and have a corner now in front of the Liverpool fans at the shed end of Stamford Bridge. Gerrard plays it in, diving header cleared by Terry, and now it's with Risa. Chelsea had everybody back for that corner. Risa again now, left of the centre circle, just gliding the ball forward. Once more Terry dives and heads it clear. Good header down by Drogba, finding Joe Cole. Cole to Ballack now, practically unmarked in midfield. On to Kalou, and Kalou slipped not once but twice. That's how awkward the surface is here. Regains his footing, back on his feet. Well played by Kalou. Into Drogba, Drogba miscontrolled it. Half cleared, ball to Ballack. Ballack left foot shot, plus the face of goal, and did it take a deflection? Cole appeals for a corner. It's a goal kick according to the linesman.
And I think John Risu will be praying that, and so pleased that Ballack mishit that, because it was a poor, this time right-footed, attempted clearance by him. I'm looking at him closely because I don't care what anybody says, it can have an effect. And I've looked at him closely, ever seen, he's had a lot of sort of head down when he's walking, and I'm not so certain he looks so confident in himself at the moment.
He says he's over it, but I'm slightly surprised that Arbeloa didn't play left back and Finnan right back. But, that's up to the coach. Here's Skirtle into Alonso, wide to Skirtle again, and Skirtle first time hitting it upfield. Torres jumps with Carvalho, good header away by Carvalho, flicked over his right shoulder by Ballack, finding Essien. Back to Joe Cole, who's a right back for the moment. Now to Carvalho, and whip forward, and that's well ahead of Drogba and Kalou, and harmlessly it runs through to Reina. 11.5 minutes played, Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0. On 5 Live Football this Wednesday night. Manchester United last night beat Barcelona by a goal to 0. They're through to the Champions League final. Which of these 2 English clubs will join them? Carragher to Arbeloa. Burley back from the Spaniard, and now it's with Drogba running forward, Skirtle's with him, gets the tackle in, concedes the corner. Well done, Skirtle.
Good defending there. Skirtle stayed with him. It looked for just a fleeting second as if Drogba was going to outpace him.
I think he might have hurt himself in making the tackle. He's just holding his left knee at the moment, Skirtle, but he's a tough looking character. Corner to Chelsea. Lampard swings it in right-footed. Carragher heads it away. Headed back into the penalty area, and no flag. I thought Drogba looked offside, but I suppose since he didn't get the ball, there's no need to raise the flag. Anyway, it's out of play for a throw into Chelsea. Near side of the field there, right. We sit beneath the first tier of the main stand here at Stamford Bridge. Essien throws to Cole, tackled by Risa. Another throw into Chelsea, a bit further forward, deeper into Liverpool's half. Goes to Cole again. That's Joe Cole. Now wide to the far side, and Ashley Cole into Kalou. Chelsea have now settled down. Here's Makalele to Essien. The pass played through the centre circle. Back to Carvalho and Terry. Gerrard's furthest forward for Liverpool at the moment. Then it's headed on out comes Reina, and Reina didn't lift the ball. Maybe he was closer to the edge of the penalty area than I thought. Our angle's not the best here, but he made the clearance anyway. And then it's passed forward to Torres. Torres tackled by Makelele. Ball breaks to, who was that? Alonso. Benayoun in towards Torres, but Terry just stepped in front of the Spaniard, intercepts the pass, and Chelsea have it again. And then it's whipped forward again.
Skirtle, you know.
I think Skirtle's got a problem.
Coming off. He's letting play, but Alan, the water on this pitch is certainly having an effect on the game.
He is Kaut, so Liverpool temporarily down to 10 men, and Benitez just emphasising that fact to his players. Interestingly, Skirtle didn't just lie down on the pitch, which would probably have forced the referee to stop the game. I actually like to see that. I think, if you're hurt but you can get off the pitch, come off the pitch.
Reese's gone to left centre back, and Benayoun, would you believe, is now at left back as Liverpool with 10 men at the moment.
Carragher hits it forward. Carvalho went up with his arm against Torres, and the referee's absolutely right. It's a free kick to Liverpool.
Straight away. What I've just noticed, Alan, as they're getting the free kick there, is Steven Gerrard is being almost man-marked by Makelele, and Steven Gerrard, though, is a lot of occasions getting closer to Torres, which means that sometimes there's 3 Chelsea players round the 2 Liverpool players, creating some space in that respect. Now, whether that is something that's just happened or whether it's a tactical move, I don't know.
Well, this free kick is about 25 yards from goal. It's slightly to the right, and my money is on John Arnorisa.
Yeah. Is this
payback time?
That's what I'm exactly thinking myself.
Well, if it's hit low and it skids off this surface, gets through the wall or around the wall, it can be very difficult for Petr Cech. Quarter of an hour played here at Stamford Bridge. Not to the wall's far enough back. Makelele immediately advances. It's tapped for Risa. Risa drives it into the wall. It was poor from him, and it's clattered to safety by Chelsea. Away to play the far side of the field for a Liverpool throw-in.
Yeah, never get hold of it at all, did he? There hit a Chelsea player, but even then it was going yards wide.
Throw-in taken by Carragher to Alonso. So Liverpool have had sort of 2 half chances, the Torres one, and then the free kick, which they didn't make anything of. Alonso to Gerrard, back to Risa, and Risa hits it behind Skirtle. You think Skirtle's all right now?
He's come back, and he'll just take a few minutes himself to feel that he's okay.
Just thinking, if you're having a drink in a pub on a Friday night and you were going to get into a Barney with anyone, you wouldn't want it to be Martin Skirtle.
No, you'd buy him a drink, wouldn't you?
Yeah, without question. The next 10 rounds are on me, Marty. Nice. Chelsea have got to throw in. What's Avram Grant complaining about? I don't follow him. I don't see anything particularly wrong from a Chelsea perspective. Here's Carvalho. Carvalho to Terry. And Terry still 20 yards short of the halfway line. Reluctant to come forward. Gives it back to Carvalho. This doesn't surprise me. I think Chelsea can afford to be quite conservative. They hold the advantage with the away goal. Now Skirtle for Liverpool. That's a poor pass. And Terry does come into the opposition half. Finds Michael Ballack. Drogba's on the inside right channel. Ballack hasn't spotted him. Ballack now tackled, held onto the ball far too long, and Alonso runs away with it and finds Benayoun. Alonso was then tripped, I think, by Ballack. But play continues. Here's Benayoun cutting in from the Liverpool left, then lays it to Gerrard on towards Torres, intercepted by Essien. Essien, I don't care where he plays, he's an exceptional player.
A very good player.
Mascherano, foul on Ballack without question. Rossetti's done very well so far. He hasn't missed anything.
And certainly if he keeps refereeing like that, we'll have no complaints whatsoever.
Not at all. It's a shame he's got a semi-final. Presumably that rules him out of the final. He's a good referee. Here's Alonso. Back to Kaut. And Kaut right in the centre circle. Just drifts it forward. And the rain's getting heavier. That pass beyond Torres through to Cech. Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0. We played 17 minutes at Stamford Bridge. Here's Essien. Running only 15 yards in front of us. Running straight into Benayoun, who puts it out of play. And it's a throw-in to Chelsea.
Yeah, he certainly was going nowhere there. But I'm always a little bit disappointed sometimes when I see him at right back. Yes, he can come on. Yes, he's powerful. But I think he's more influential in the middle of the pitch.
I agree with you, but Lampard's playing as well as Ballack, when perhaps the choice should be one of the two. Skirtle clears. Torres miscontrols that. He seemed to use his hand, actually. But good refereeing again by Rossetti. No need to hold up play. Chelsea have the advantage. Here's Lampard. Back to Makelele. Under pressure from Gerrard, but simple little pass to Carvalho. On to Essien. Essien to Joe Cole. Back to Essien. Good movement forward now by Chelsea. Essien now running towards the centre of the Liverpool half. Plays it through the water to Ashley Cole. Back to Essien. To Makelele. The ball's not travelling that freely, but that's a good pass to Drogba. Drogba now to Lampard. Back to Drogba. Here's a chance for Chelsea. And as he put it in, he's put it wide. Should have been 1-0.
What a chance. What a chance. I have to say there's some great passing movement there by Chelsea. Great build-up play. Good pass by Lampard. Drogba is then through. He's at an angle, there's no doubt about it, as Reina comes out. But you're certainly going to back him to hit the target. In fact, he scuffs it all the way right. He must miss the far post by a yard.
That was a great chance. The best chance in the game so far. Skirtle's got a problem. Hupia is out warming up, and well, you can see the pain in Skirtle's face, and it's his left knee. So Sami Hupia will be an early substitute for Liverpool. Skirtle does well, heading it away, but Ballack picks it up. Then sluggishly, he's challenged by Alonso. Risa gives it away. He hasn't started at all brightly, Risa. On to Ballack. Risa gets in a tackle, hits it off the German, and out it goes for a Liverpool throw-in. Well, they'll want to get Hupia on quite quickly.
Yeah, I'd be very interested in watching Gerrard, where he goes, where Makelele then goes with him. Certainly, apart from the odd occasion, Makelele stuck with him. And as I said earlier, when Gerrard then goes alongside Torres, he really takes Makelele right back into the heart of the Chelsea defence.
Here's Drogba. Onto Joe Cole. Right flank for Chelsea. 2 Liverpool players prevent him going further down that flank. So it's back to Essien. Onto Makelele. He flicks it in the direction of Ballack. Headed away. Lampard picks it up. Look at the water, goodness, as the tackle came in. Torres to Cout. The water is even worse than we thought on this playing surface. Really is impeding the game. Lampard then, looking for Kalou. Arbeloa takes it on his chest. Wretched appeals for handball by the Chelsea fans. They need glasses. It's just good chest control. 20 minutes play. Skirtle continues, but for how much longer? Hupia is surely getting ready to come on. Mascherano tackles Ballack. Ball breaks to Makelele. Here's Terry. Chelsea got the better of it so far?
I think so, they're edging it, yeah. Definitely.
Ashley Cole, back to Terry. Tracks it off for Sami Hupia. Now Liverpool veteran. Here's Kalou. On to Lampard. And Lampard caught in possession, lucky to get back off Mascherano. I believe there was a handball by Mascherano. Again, the referee allows the advantage to be played by Chelsea. He's having a really good game, the official. Ballack flicks it towards the far side. Kalou is not offside, keeping it in play. Hard by the corner fly, whips it in, as at Anfield. Headed away by Skirtle. Further clear by Gerrard. Yet to impose himself, Gerrard. Essien shoots. That's saved by Reina.
And well collected by Reina. That's a shot from 30 yards out, got some pace of it. He wouldn't have seen it straight away, but he was able to get across to the far post area and hold it very cleanly. Substitution now.
Well, in terms of experience, Liverpool won't lack in Sami Hupia, but in terms of his legs, he's not going to be as quick as Skirtle is. But Skirtle obviously can't continue.
No, he can't.
Well, it's just like for like. Hupia plays on the left side of Carragher, so there's no alteration there. Ball had been head out of play by Liverpool, and well done, Chelsea. It's given back by Essien. That's good. That's good. And in the tension of a semi-final, the Champions League, the world's biggest club competition, they can still show good manners. At this stage, of course. Let's see what it's like 5 minutes to go. Here's Alonso. Almost on the halfway line, Alonso. Drills it towards the left side. Risa controls it. Beniyun's available. Played to Beniyun. Back to Mascherano. And now Alonso again. Once more in the centre circle. Alonso. Excellent pass to Gerrard. On to Risa. Risa now, down the left flank, drills the ball in low, Beniyun, right foot in the volley, slices it so badly, it's out for a throw-in. We're midway through the first half, and here's Mike Ingham.
Thanks, Alan. The problem for Liverpool, having had to make the change, is it's not one, obviously, they would have wanted to make, and it may compromise them later in the game. We'll have to wait and see, but You know, when you think of the likes of Babel, Crouch and Pennant on the bench, all people that can come on and change a game, only 2 of those could now come on for Liverpool, of course. The ball with Risa near side the field, Liverpool's left, square to Mascherano. Mascherano hits it high to the far side, looking for Kaut, and Ashley Cole is up well to head it out for a throw-in to Liverpool. We've been talking about the surface and all the surface water. Does that handicap either of these teams particularly? I mean, does it give either of the sides an advantage or not, Graham?
Well, I don't think it gives either side an advantage. I think the quicker the players learn to adapt, which by now they should have done, about exactly how this pitch is playing. The only problem is with the amount of surface water, sometimes it shoots the ball on quicker and other times it holds it up, and that you just don't know what's going to happen when you've made your pass.
You're listening to 5 Live. Rafa Benitez not happy. Sami Hyypiä thought he'd won a free kick. Referee waves play on, and the ball is on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Benitez still stands and prowls around in front of us here. Referee indicated that he thought Hyypiä had taken a dive, and the game continues with the aforementioned Hyypiä. Touches the ball off to Alonso. Alonso sitting very deep. Alonso rolls the ball across the halfway line. Moving on to it now is Carragher. Carragher now who has Hyypiä alongside him in the centre of the defence. Mascherano looking for Benayoun, plays it slightly behind him. Benayoun in the starting lineup tonight ahead of Babel. Alonso again, Liverpool moving it slowly. Mascherano to Torres, brilliantly flicked down the right by Torres to Arbeloa. Arbeloa's ball in, Terry missed it, but it was cleared by Carvalho for Chelsea. And thumped downfield now by Ballack. It doesn't reach Drogba, what it shouldn't have done. Carragher's made a mistake. Drogba's all on his over on the far side. Carragher quick to recover. Drogba still has the ball. Drogba knocks it in towards Ballack. It runs away from Michael Ballack. It's on the edge of the penalty area near side. Essien now receives from Ballack. Makelele, who just for once is inside the Liverpool half. Makelele trying to turn around the man he's shadowing, Steven Gerrard. Now Ashley Cole of Chelsea. Down the line to Drogba. Drogba holds and comes inside against Arbeloa and plays it well to Ballack. Lampard's made the run. Ballack shot! Fisted away by Reina. Strong shot from Ballack. Reina taking no chances. Fisted it out. And now Liverpool on the break down the right-hand side of the field. This is the far side of the field for Liverpool in the first half. Mascherano to Torres. Torres up against 2 or 3 Chelsea defenders. Still Fernando Torres. Torres cuts it back. Kell let it run. Chelsea clear, only as far as Mascherano. Mascherano's won a corner.
I will say this, in comparison to yesterday's game, it's a different type of game. Certainly the surface has played a part in it, but you do see that sort of quickness of movement, and the thing is that commitment when the ball is out of possession. Both teams actually now taking it. Liverpool have just come back in that little bit more in these last few minutes.
One advantage of having Sami Hyypiä, of course, is he's often very dangerous from set pieces. Corner kick for Liverpool to be taken by Steven Gerrard. Lots of height. Carragher climbs and that's gone over the bar. And pushing as well by Carragher, I think, given by the referee, and a free kick to Chelsea.
Yeah, he's penalised Carragher there for using his arms to elevate himself more. But I just think at the present time there, you know, it is finely balanced. We always knew it would be as well. But the conditions have just produced another element to the game as well, and both sides handling it, I think, reasonably well.
The pressure is still very much on Chelsea, despite the advantage of the away goal. They're the team who've never played in the Champions League final, and now they're so close. Carvalho heading the ball back into the Liverpool half. Played forward now towards Didier Drogba. Cross comes Carragher and gets there in the nick of time with a typical Carragher interception, but the referee's penalised Didier Drogba, who of course will talk to the linesman down this near side, and Liverpool have the free kick.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say the referee picked that up. I hadn't quite seen it in that respect, but the referee's picked it. The referee is having a very, very good game. He's on top of the game. His decisions are quick. There's no hesitancy about them, and then it's let's get on with the game. There's no messing. I mean, credit to the players. You know, we haven't seen any players as yet want to actually discuss anything with the referee about his decisions.
Hyypiä, if you're just joining us on 5 Live, coming on to the injured Skirtle. Skirtle, who obviously is quicker than Hyypiä at the back, which was the reason that he was selected ahead of him, and now Mascherano just inside the Chelsea half. Moves the ball onto Kaut. Mascherano again. Across the field now to this near side, looking for Risa. Risa getting above Essien. Makelele's headed to this near side, and that just beats Michael Essien into touch. And Liverpool have a throw, and Rafa Benitez just coming across to have a word with Yossi Benayoun. Benitez, who's never scored a goal in this stadium. Avram Grant, who has yet to concede a goal in this stadium in Europe. The only goal conceded by Chelsea in the Champions League here was in that Rosenborg match, which turned out to be Jose Mourinho's last game. Good noise around Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0. 1-1 from the first leg. Long one from Huppier, down the centre, across comes Terry, doesn't need to play it. Ball travels through once more to check.
Yeah, straight ball there from Huppier. Benayoun was always going to struggle to get anywhere near it. Straight through to check in the Chelsea goal.
Coming up for half an hour gone. Nearly a third of the game gone as Huppier doesn't quite get it right meeting that ball. And now Liverpool are under pressure. Ashley Cole to Kalou. Far side the Chelsea left. Kalou looking to try and find Ashley Cole. Arbeloa was in there and the ball goes off a Chelsea player. And Liverpool have a throw-in level with the edge of their own penalty area. Well, last night was very tense. Graham, there's a fair amount of tension around here too.
Oh, there definitely is, but I think, both sides here are looking in, when they can get forward and play the ball forward, they can. Barcelona, technically, very, very gifted. A lot of passing, but very little hurt, I thought, to Manchester United. Where here, I think both sides, probably the passing, the conditions are playing a part, but both sides, when they get a chance to go forward and get the ball in behind the opposition defenders, will try to do that.
It was interesting that Frank Rijkaard, the Barcelona manager, accusing Manchester United of being a bit negative in the game. Well, over the years in the Champions League, United have been as cavalier as any side, but of course haven't made it to the finals. This time they have, with their perhaps more pragmatic approach. The ball with Reina in the Liverpool goal. Liverpool playing from right to left here in this first half. Over half an hour gone. It's Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0. Best chance of the game fell to Didier Drogba of Chelsea. Alonso and Mascherano, the pair in defensive midfield. Mascherano once more. The rain just seems to have relented as Alonso knocks it down the line. Lovely ball to the far side of the field. Arbeloa's layoff is really poor though. Should have found Kaut. Chelsea looking to clear, and the ball is out of play for Liverpool, throwing over on the far side. It was a terrific ball towards Arbeloa. Couldn't make anything of it.
Excellent refereeing there, Mike. The assistant referee gave the throw in one way and it was obviously the other. And straight away the referees overruled him, but not in any sort of arrogant way at all. Really good refereeing that.
Robert Rossetti, the Italian, the man who refereed the Croatia 2-England 0 game in Zagreb. Liverpool looking to tidy up. Risa's back pass. Doesn't seem as confident tonight, John Arne Riise on the Liverpool left. In goes Carvalho to beat Torres. Liverpool looking to tidy up, and the flag has gone against Drogba, again down this near side. The big man's been penalised once more. Avram Grant now showing his frustration, but the game moves on. Benayoun near side the field.
Came back from an offside position.
Now, Alonso to the unmarked Mascherano on the edge of the centre circle. Liverpool, again, the layoff wasn't great from Mascherano, and he put Riise under pressure, and Riise's handed it straight back to Chelsea. Michael Essien, the right back, into Joe Cole, who's been quite quiet so far. Essien, poor ball towards Michael Ballack. There's misplaced passing from both sides at the moment, again, underlying the tension. Mascherano for Liverpool. Mascherano in towards Steven Gerrard, who hasn't really got into the game yet. Chelsea once more. Makelele to Lampard. Lampard's just moved away from his markers. Finds over on that left-hand side of the field Ashley Cole. Cole halfway inside the Liverpool half. Played forward by Lampard to Kalou. Kalou on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Beat himself really. And Carragher clears well. And away goes Dirk Kuyt now down the Liverpool right. Infield to Torres. Torres needing some support here. Torres against Carvalho, and Carvalho stood firm. Torres made a mistake. Chelsea knock it forward, and Kalou is onside. Brilliant ball from Lampard. Sullivan Kalou for Chelsea. Shoots, turned away by Reina. Still not clear. Drogba scores for Chelsea. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. The man that Rafa Benitez says he has a dossier about. Well, he knows even more about it now, because that goal from Didier Drogba may well take Chelsea to their first Champions League final. They lead here 1-0.
A great pass by Lampard released Kalou, and when Kalou came in onto his right foot, you certainly expected him to hit the target again. It was a good save by Reina, but Drogba, alert to everything, followed in very quickly, hammered it into the back of the net. And I think really that this is just about right. I think Chelsea have edged this part up to this part of the game and probably just deserve to be in that lead.
Well, everyone is celebrating around here, but of course I don't think, when we made the point earlier in the programme, all right, Chelsea now lead on aggregate, but it doesn't change that much in that Liverpool still need to score. They always needed to score in the game. And now that really makes their minds up for them here. They can't sit back anymore. Liverpool, who've got over 13 hours and 4 years of football in Stamford Bridge since that Bruno Cheroux goal. They've been disrupted by the loss of Skirtle, but now Liverpool very definitely are chasing the game and chasing the away goal. Good ball from Gerrard to Count, who's come into the centre. Count down the centre, almost onto Benayoun. Out comes Cech.
A better pass, and Benayoun is righted. He's overhit his pass. And Benayoun then had no chance. Just a little bit shorter, and Benayoun would have been right in through the heart of the Chelsea defence.
Well, one thing's for sure, Liverpool mustn't let another one in here. The last time, by the way, Chelsea played a second leg of a semi-final of the Champions League here. They got into a 2-0 lead against Monaco and ended up drawing 2-2, and Monaco went through. Jose Mourinho was here that night watching the opposition. He, of course, was still with Porto then. Carragher. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. I suppose if Chelsea were going to go in front here, it had to be Didier Drogba after all the build-up. And what a great ball was from Frank Lampard initially to give Kalou the opportunity. Reina turned it away and Drogba pounced. 1-0 to Chelsea. Mascherano now for Liverpool. And that was a really poor ball in the end. It was a nothing ball from Mascherano. Gave it a bit of elevation. And Liverpool need to get their big players, Gerrard and Torres, into this game.
There's no doubt about that. Where Gerrard is concerned, it's a pretty low occasion now. When Gerrard gets that far forward with Torres, and recent referee, in the main, the ladies do an excellent job of Steven Gerrard.
Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. 2-1 to Chelsea on aggregate. The decision to play Benayoun so far on the Liverpool left not really working. The ball is cleared by Reina. Great noise around Stamford Bridge. John Terry's header away for Chelsea. Gathered in by Lampard, short of the halfway line. Across the field to Ashley Cole. Chelsea passing and moving with confidence. And now played forward again by Lampard, but this time Arbeloa closes the door. And Liverpool now look to Alonso. That's a good ball from Alonso to Gerrard, who really isn't in the game. Joe Cole's got it now for Chelsea as Gerrard misses out. Drogba down the centre, away by Huppier. Chelsea just a bit sharper at the moment, winning most of the 50-50s. Lampard to Ashley Cole, over on the left. Ashley Cole with a lovely ball to Ballack. Ballack squirts it infield to Kalou. Kalou now back again to Ballack. Danger here for Liverpool. Ballack's ball in towards Drogba, headed away by Risa. Still possibilities though for Chelsea. Essien, high ball into the area. That looked like a push on Joe Cole, but the game continues and Michael Ballack settles for a throw-in over on the far side. Well, nobody complained and Chelsea have a throw.
Well, Mike, we've seen some very good passing movements by Chelsea. You know, a number of us over the years have criticised them for their football at times being sterile. Not tonight. They're moving it about very, very well.
Drogba has given Chelsea the lead here. 2-1 on aggregate. A Liverpool goal though, and it'll be absolutely even. Throw in over on the far side. 1-1 here tonight, the only scoreline that can take us into extra time. Throw to Chelsea over on the left. Long way to go though still in this game. Liverpool have to go forward. But they've known that from the start here. They've known coming here tonight that they had to get a goal, and that is still very much the case. Throw to Liverpool. But they're not playing well enough at the moment, Liverpool, Graham, are they?
They're not. And credit for that has to be given, I think, to the Chelsea team. They're not only playing well, they're tactically at the moment, they are outmanoeuvring Liverpool.
But they have this great pedigree, Liverpool, in this competition. They will never give up, of course, as Chelsea caught offside. Kalou over on the far side. Liverpool free kick, and we've got about 7 minutes left in this first half.
I think if you look, you know, I've said enough about Makelele on Gerrard. but you've got Lampard and Ballack then, and you've got Alonso and Mascherano, and it's who's winning that particular battle between those four midfield players. At the moment, the Chelsea players are winning it.
No London team has ever won the Champions League. At the moment, we're heading for a Manchester United-Chelsea final, which was the FA Cup final last year, settled by Didier Drogba. Alonso of Liverpool, with much to do, into Gerrard. Gerrard running square. Now Mascherano to Carragher, who's just stepped inside the Chelsea half, but then doesn't venture any further forward. Leaves it to Mascherano to take over. Lots of passing from Liverpool, but no real penetration. Gerrard forced to go back towards the halfway line. Gerrard running with the ball. In came a challenge from behind from Drogba, and Gerrard's gone down. Referee was happy with the challenge. Gerrard felt it though, and he still hasn't got back on his feet again. Alonso tried to find touch over on the far side, and in the end it's Kalou who belts it out of play.
I think it was one of the things. I mean, Drogba's gone across to him. We can all say it's easy to have a go at Drogba with this and that, but I didn't see anything. It was a challenge. I think the referee saw it as well. It's caught Gerrard, but he's up now, he's walking about. So I don't think there was anything particularly, sort of with intent there at all. He just caught him purely accidentally.
Well, Liverpool should really give the ball back to Chelsea from the throw-in, but they haven't done that yet. Hoppy really, and the crowd are getting at Liverpool here, because Liverpool, following the restart of the game, should really have given the ball back to Chelsea, because the ball was cleared out of play so that Gerrard could just receive a bit of attention. But somehow that didn't happen, and you can still hear the crowd letting Liverpool know what they feel about that. Liverpool haven't really progressed from it though, still on the edge of their own penalty area, and now Reina clears, and maybe he did that on purpose because he's found touch eventually over on the far side for a Chelsea throw.
I think some of the Liverpool players were conscious of it, and yet not one of them brave enough to say, hey, we've done this wrong, let's kick it out and give it to Chelsea to start again. Having then said that, Mike, I'm a big believer that this is the referee's responsibility.
The goal timed at 33 minutes by Didier Drogba of Chelsea, and here they come again. Kalou, he's got Joe Cole ahead of him. Kalou running well, and then in the end he was fouled by Alonso, who gets a yellow card, and Chelsea have a free kick, and who will take it, Ballack or Drogba? After the big fallout at the weekend, yellow card to Xabi Alonso, but even more serious perhaps for Liverpool, who are very much on the receiving end so far in this game. They have to face a free kick, and the way Michael Ballack's setting it up, it looks like he's the man to take it, although of course Drogba is just behind him. Yeah,
and Frank Lampard now's the third. We've not said anything. Doesn't look like Frank's interested in taking this one. That doesn't mean to say that it won't be touched to one side, but it's Drogba wiping the ball clean on his shirt, putting it down. Can we believe he's doing that for Ballack to take it? I don't think so, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, Michael Ballack, like Didier Drogba, is a big occasion man. Proved it over the years. It's a tournament this he's never won. At the moment Drogba though is setting himself up, but Ballack is there as well, and Reina just wonders where this one's going to come from. It's 1-0 to Chelsea, and it's Ballack who takes it, and he's hit the post. Comes back off the woodwork. No, it's a stanchion. Well, from this angle I thought he hit the post.
Well, certainly you saw almost all the net do, but it hit the stanchion that holds the net, but so close, so close. Oh dear me.
That was as near as you're going to get. Ballack took it, and he was so close to giving Chelsea what surely would have been a lead Liverpool couldn't have come back from. They lead 1-0. There's still chances though for Liverpool in the game, if they can sort themselves out during the break maybe. Into the last 5 minutes of the first half. Chelsea leading through Drogba's goal. Liverpool, well, their best moment really came about when Torres had the ball at an angle and just couldn't finish it off. Liverpool not passing the ball well enough at the moment. Huppier, and the whistle's gone against Liverpool. More frustration for Benitez. Free kick to Chelsea.
I think with half-time coming, they'll just take the time. The referee's telling them to get on with play and move it back in there again. I think Chelsea have played well this half. They've moved the ball about so well. I think they've adapted to the conditions very, very well now, and their passing movements, their combinations are very, very good.
Well, they played very well in the first half against Manchester United at the weekend. United came back to equalise. Then, of course, Chelsea had the late penalty. An offside this time against Joe Cole. The pass towards him was delayed. The rain is still falling here at Stamford Bridge. The surface suffering as a result, and Liverpool suffering. Trail here to Didier Drogba's goal just after half an hour when he scored. Reina bringing the ball out of the Liverpool penalty area. There's still quite a gap between Gerrard and Torres, and Makelele's keeping Gerrard quiet so far. In goes Torres against Carvalho, headed the ball on. He was looking for Ben Ayoun, but only finds Cech, who really hasn't had very much to do in that Chelsea goal. Throw out from Chelsea. This is the conundrum, of course, for Liverpool. They just don't score goals in this stadium. As Steven Gerrard running into Abraham Grant there to get the ball. Abraham Grant, for some reason, was holding on to it. Gerrard wanted to take it quickly. Fourth officials just speaking to the Chelsea bench. And Liverpool continue. Alonso on a yellow card now in the game. Liverpool knocking it around at the back. Huppier now can't find anyone in red. Only Ballack. Ballack's knocked it forward looking for Kalou, and Huppier recovers well to find Reina.
I think we'll see a lot of replays of that. I can't imagine the television haven't picked it up. Now whether Steven Gerrard did that on purpose or not, you can't tell. Grant had got the ball. I don't think he was refusing to give it back. He just got it, and Gerrard came straight in, knocked him straight over, and took the ball off him.
Well, as we've been mentioning, the technical areas here are not very far away from the pitch at all. They're very small, and the benches are near the pitch as well. Gerrard went steaming in there, and that, in a sense, is what Liverpool need, though. They need a bit more of the passion from Gerrard to get them back into this semi-final. At the moment, they're going to lose a European Cup semi-final for the first time since the mid-60s. The ball is with Alonso of Liverpool. Time running out in the first half. The ball skids across the surface. Mascherano to Kaut, who's been very quiet. A lot of Liverpool players have been too quiet. Long one now from Alonso, looking for the overlapping Risa. Doesn't find him.
No, that pass was never going to get in at all. And I just think, as I was saying earlier, in terms of the passing and moving, the basic passing and then moving, the combination play, Chelsea have more than edged this half. Liverpool haven't got that kind of play together. They've passed the ball, but they haven't opened up Chelsea. They haven't moved them about like Chelsea have done to them.
Chelsea's three of Makelele and Lampard and Ballack at the moment have the upper hand against Liverpool's three. Some 1 minute of added time at the end of the first half. Chelsea, powerfully led by Didier Drogba, have the lead, and at the moment deserve the lead. It's Mascherano of Liverpool going through the centre circle. Last chance maybe for Liverpool at the end of the first half. Mascherano now looking for Kaut. The pass was too short, and Kaut was rather waiting for it. Ashley Cole stole it away from him. Kalou now to Lampard. Good feet inside the centre circle from Lampard. Goes around Ben Ayoun. Chelsea at the moment the eager side. Look to be the hungrier side at the moment. They're playing the football. Liverpool have to come up with all the answers in the second half. Joe Cole near side, back to Lampard, smoothly infield to Makelele. Makelele up against Torres. Torres wins the ball. Torres to Kaut. Oh, but Kaut's return ball to Torres didn't give the Spanish international any chance at all. And in steps Ricardo Carvalho, and Chelsea once more have the possession. Running down the clock at the end of the first half. They go to the dressing rooms at half-time with a 1-0 lead and a 2-1 advantage.
Well, I think Chelsea will be very, very pleased with how this first 45 minutes have gone. On the other hand, I think Benitez has a lot of talking to do in the Liverpool dressing room, but he's well capable of doing that. It's 1-0 to Chelsea. They deserve to be in the lead. But there's half-time now, and one could argue that possibly Chelsea didn't want half-time to come, but Liverpool certainly did.
Absolutely right, Graham, because as much as Chelsea have been on top in that game and deservedly have the lead, one goal from Liverpool changes everything. 1-0 to Chelsea.
Well, the rain is probably worse now than it was earlier. It is torrential, absolutely awful weather, but the sky is set fair for Chelsea. They've won all the main battles of the evening. Terry and Carvalho have looked after Torres easily. Makelele has looked after Gerrard easily, and Drogba has been a persistent threat to the Liverpool defence. Drogba's got the only goal, and it may be the only one that's required. No changes in either lineup at the start of the second half. I'll run through them in a moment, but the excellent Roberto Rossetti, the referee, hasn't put a foot wrong, Graham.
He really has been good. I mean, I've been aware of him, I've just seen the odd game, but, you know, paying attention to him here, he's looked in total charge, but also he's looked relaxed about it all.
Really good. Right, he's finally getting the signal from television. Very short. Isn't it shocking? You know, Champions League semi-final, and we're waiting for television's director to say it's okay to kick off. The players are all out there. They've been out there quite a while, and we're underway. Chelsea lead Liverpool by 1-0, 2-1 up on aggregate, and it is, as it was at the start of the game, a necessity for Liverpool to score. Liverpool's team: Reina is the goalkeeper, defenders Arbeloa, Carragher, Hupia, who came on for the injured Skirtle, and Risa. A midfield of Mascherano and Alonso, then Count, Gerrard and Benayoun, and finally Torres. Chelsea probably superior in every area of the pitch. The goalkeeper Cech, the defence Essien, Carvalho, Terry and Ashley Cole. Midfield Makelele, Ballack and Lampard. Then it's Joe Cole, Drogba and Kalou. And Liverpool will have to find something else in this second 45 minutes. Mascherano slips. Big Drogba keeps his footing, and he's running away to the far side of the field. He's playing really well, perhaps inspired by the criticism of Benitez, the unwise criticism of Benitez before the game.
Well, I would certainly agree with you. I think it is unwise, and there's no doubt about it that Drogba has been a handful. He is, when he's on his form, he's a handful to any team. He's certainly played well this evening.
Alonso towards Gerrard, and Gerrard didn't control the ball. Cech comes out, pounces on it, and I was saying to someone at half-time, I can't ever remember Gerrard playing well against Chelsea. I'm not just talking about the Mourinho years, going back, and he just hasn't shown at all.
So I can't explain that. I'm not totally aware of all that, of course, but what I'm looking for in this is to see if there are any tactical changes from Liverpool, and so far I haven't seen any.
No, I wouldn't anticipate any for about 15 minutes. Here's Terry, and Chelsea's only concern, I would have thought, is if they feel, well, we can sit back a little bit here, we've got the lead, that might be a danger. Here's Arbeloa, got a nudge from Kalou, and the excellent referee spots it towards the free kick.
My view, Alan, for what it's worth here, is that I just don't see any necessity to change, to tell you the truth, because once you start to encourage people to take their foot off the pedal, to hold in again, you run a great risk. Just keep playing the same way. If they continue to play as they did in the first half, they will be a threat to Liverpool, and they'll have a much better chance of getting a second goal and putting the match to bed.
Here's Risa on the far side of the field, and he was fouled by Joe Cole. There wasn't a great deal on that, but it is indeed a free kick to Liverpool. A yard in from the left touchline on the far side of the field. West stand side of Stamford Bridge. Gerrard's going to take it. Carragher and Hupia up for the free kick. It's played in simply to Mascherano. Mascherano looking for the run of Gerrard. That was planned. Gerrard heads it in the penalty. Oh, it's dropped almost by Count. Stopped by Cech and put behind for a Liverpool corner.
That's why Petr Cech is the best goalkeeper in the world for me. He stopped it with his feet, but it could end up being an absolutely vital save. Vital save. It doesn't matter what part of body you stop it with at all.
It was a brilliantly worked free kick by Liverpool.
Definitely.
And they've got a corner as a result of it. Cech, who made some vital saves at Anfield. Gerrard, right-footed, deep. Torres with a header down. Count again. Back towards Torres. Cleared again by Chelsea. This time Joe Cole should knock it further upfield. Count tussling with him on the far side, and I think fouls the England player. Yes, it's going to be a free kick to Chelsea. Well, that's an early scare for Chelsea.
The last 30 seconds to have really lifted Liverpool now. They've forced a very, very good save out of Petr Cech. Then the corner came in. There's a scramble. Unlucky that it was a Chelsea player that got his foot to the ball first of all. So it should give them a lift. But they certainly need to come up. They need to do better than they did in the first half if they're going to have a chance of getting to Moscow.
Cech's free kick. Hit left-footed. High up into the Stamford Bridge area. Headed away by Mascherano. Benayoun, who hasn't really justified his selection so far tonight, gets it on, gets the return pass, and then Benayoun goes down, barely tackled up by Carvalho. Essien to Joe Cole, back to Essien, great movement by Chelsea, down the right flank. Essien then tackled by Alonso, and it's out for a throw-in.
Well, it started off, isn't it, very well. I mean, the thing about this, it's been, end to end, there's been that commitment. The conditions have certainly played their part in making it that type of game.
38,900 is the official attendance at Stamford Bridge. Watching Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. Chelsea with the aggregate lead, and of course they scored the away goal at Anfield. Throw into Chelsea on the far side. Essien then falls over. I think he was fouled, and the referee has blown for the free kick, which is a little bit unfortunate for Chelsea. That's probably the first half mistake he's made tonight, referee, because they had the advantage.
They did, yes.
Anyway, Lampard is going to take the free kick, and the fans on the far side stand to applaud Frank Lampard, applauding his mental courage in being able to face a mammoth game like this so soon after a personal tragedy. Lampard inches in from the right touchline. Terry's up there, Ballack's up there, Carvalho's up there. Played in very deep from Frank Lampard, far too deep, and Terry was definitely filing Risa, and it's a free kick.
Yeah, he got that all wrong, Frank there, overhit it, and then after that John Terry has given away, one could argue, almost a needless free kick really, but it was the referee right on the ball as well, right on the spot, and Liverpool have the free kick.
Which Reina takes, driven towards Gerrard, beaten in the air by Essien, unfairly beaten in the air by Essien, according to Rossetti. Free kick Liverpool. Well, they've shown greater attacking momentum in the second half, Liverpool, than
they have
arguably any stage of the first half, apart from that early period when Torres missed a good chance. Gerrard's free kick, played in weakly. Not a great header away by Ballack, though, and that's running out of play for a throw into Liverpool, almost level with the edge of the Chelsea penalty area. Carragher's going to leave it to Arbeloa to take, and it's thrown back to Alonso. Mascherano available. Alonso, though, good ball to Kuyt, on towards Arbeloa, half clear, driven in by Alonso again, knocked high to safety by Makelele. Reece under a little bit of pressure, but gets the ball back to goalkeeper Reina. And it goes to Mascherano. Mascherano, hustled by Drogba. They left his foot in there a little bit, but Reece has the ball. Forward it goes to Gerrard. Gerrard left it to where he thought Kuyt was. Kuyt had run to where Gerrard was, and they got tangled up, but Liverpool had possession again. And there's more urgency about Liverpool, greater pace about them in the second half. Here's Kuyt down the right side, moving infield. Good tackle by Ashley Cole. Ball falls to Lampard. Lampard to Drogba. Drogba steps away from Gerrard, and then he gives it away to the Liverpool captain. Hupia to Arbeloa. Hupia, Gerrard again. It's as if they've just moved into a higher gear, Liverpool. Certainly in terms of the speed of their play. Joe Cole on the far side of the field. Certainly time is rushing by in this second half already. 7.5 minutes play. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. You're listening to 5 Live Sport on the BBC. 5 Live Football. Champions League semi-final, second leg. United through to Moscow. Chelsea favourites to join them. Lampard, good ball to the right side. Joe Cole whips it across, seems to take a deflection. Drogba can keep it in play, and does keep it in play. Drogba crosses into the penalty area. Ballack takes it back. Lampard shoots straight at Reina.
Good movement again, good finish by Frank Lampard, drop for him by Ballack as well, hit it on the volley, straight at Reina.
Tim Lovejoy, by the way, will be presenting 606 tonight from 10 o'clock on 5 Live. The lines will be open shortly. 0500 909 693. Here's Gerrard, just over the halfway line, right of the centre circle. Gerrard looking for movement further forward, plays it to Torres, but Torres didn't control it, and it's through to Czech. Torres just hasn't really shown tonight or at Anfield.
No, he hasn't, and it's something that will disappoint a lot of the Liverpool supporters, but what we do know, he's capable of putting the ball in the net.
Here's Ashley Cole for Chelsea, drifting it forward. Mascherano heads it away. Kuyt scorer at Anfield, plays it back, off Lampard it goes, and it's out for a Liverpool throw in. Arbeloa quickly back to Carragher. Carragher now right-footed, high towards Gerrard. Gerrard heads it down, finding Torres, who was the target. Back to Kuyt. Kuyt now to Alonso. Reece is down the left side. Alonso initially looked right, but now he plays it to John Risa. On to Benayoun. Benayoun to Risa. Back to Alonso. Liverpool certainly have had more of the game in the second half. Here's Carragher to Alonso once more. Patience now. Alonso now looks forward. Clips it towards the left side towards Risa. Risa miscontrols it. Oh, he keeps it in play. Did well there. Torres, edge of the penalty area. Torres, wide to Risa again. That's well, he must have come from an offside position.
He's come back from the offside position there. Yeah.
Free kick Chelsea.
Yeah, actually he did well to keep the ball in there because there was a miscontrol.
I thought it had gone out.
Yeah, and a natural reaction sometimes is to give that up. To be fair to Risa, he didn't. He came on, but there's no doubt about it. Liverpool have raised their game something has been said in the dressing room. You've seen a reaction to it, and Liverpool at the present time are pushing on and taking the game to Chelsea in a much more aggressive and positive manner than they did in the first half.
Chelsea twice winners of the Cup Winners' Cup. I was commentating on the second of those victories, but they've never reached the Champions League final. And this is what they really want. This is to prove their new stature in terms of European football. They know they can't claim to be a really great club until they've won the Champions League. Drogba, whose goal put them in front, slips, and the ball's played back by Arbeloa to Reina. Reina whips it upfield. Terry takes it on his chest, but only chests into Mascherano. On towards Benayoun. Cleared high by Essien. Dropping towards Kuyt. Kuyt brings the ball down, but only slips the pass, so to speak, for Lampard. Ashley Cole to Lampard again. And on to Drogba. And to Ashley Cole down the left flank. Midway inside the Liverpool half. Nearly 11 minutes played in the second half. It's still 1-0 to Chelsea. On towards Kalou. It skimmed off his forehead. And that's running behind, gradually behind, for a goal kick to Liverpool.
And in some respects, Chelsea needed a little bit of that, where they kept the ball, right, they haven't finished going anywhere, but they just needed a little bit of controlled possession to try to just take the edge off Liverpool.
Kuyt on the halfway line. Back to Carragher, and Carragher finds Hoopier. Hoopier, remember, on as a substitute for the injured Skirtle. Skirtle went off after that's at the midway point of the first half. Mascherano to Benayoun. Benayoun surrounded by blue shirts, but gets the ball back to Risa, and Risa finds Alonso, and now it's with Carragher, the pass running through the centre circle onto this near touchline. Liverpool right, Arbeloa into Kuyt, as ever, working hard. Back to Carragher, and now Hoopier. Liverpool must score, or else Chelsea will certainly be through to the final in Moscow. Here's Carragher, almost caught in possession there by Kalou. Finally just feeds it back, forces it back to Hoopier, and Hoopier to Reina. Away to our left, and behind his goal at the shed end, that's where the Liverpool fans are. Mascherano to Arbeloa. Arbeloa almost lost control of the ball, but gets it. Kuyt, and then Kuyt's pass infield, doesn't find Mascherano. Ballack intercepted, on to Kalou. Ashley Cole skips between two Liverpool red shirts, finds Kalou again, back to Lampard. 12 minutes played in the second half. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. And it goes towards Drogba, headed away by Hoopier, on by Arbeloa and by Mascherano. Lampard intercepts, heads it high, drops to Arbeloa, good ball to Mascherano, and the count, that's better from Liverpool. Alonso, Benayoun's down the left flank, Alonso's looking that way, drifts it in towards the Israeli, well intercepted by Carvalho. Joe Cole on the far side now. Chelsea right, left for Makelele on the halfway line, and back to Ballack. Ballack's been quite deep in the second half.
Just going to say, we've seen very little of him. There's no doubt about it. In the middle of the park, Liverpool are now beginning to win that battle. They're outplaying Chelsea in that part of the pitch.
Good refereeing again. There was a foul on the Liverpool player Arbeloa, but Liverpool had the advantage. Alonso to Benayoun, and Benayoun got past Ballack but didn't keep the ball with his feet. Essien to Joe Cole. Joe Cole onto the goal scorer Drogba. Hoopier's across, and Hoopier not only takes it off Drogba, he keeps it in play. Risa hits it off Michael Essien, and it's going to be a Liverpool throw-in.
Yeah. Well, certainly, I'm repeating once again that Liverpool are a different side just by looking at them. Their movement of the ball, their movement of themselves, the sharpness of their play, their desire to close Chelsea down when they're out of possession is 10%, 15% or more higher than it was in the first half.
We've played nearly 59 minutes of this Champions League semi-final second leg. Chelsea lead Liverpool on the night by a goal to 0, 2-1 up in aggregate. On the attack now, Drogba heads it towards Essien, headed away by Hoopier. And Hoopier finds Kuyt, left for Gerrard. Good work by Dirk Kuyt. Gerrard now on the halfway line, faced by his England colleague Ashley Cole. Into Mascherano. Mascherano runs forward. Well done, Javier Mascherano. Running away from Makelele. Pulls the cross in. Good play by Mascherano. But in the end, the cross was caught by the goalkeeper check.
Excellent play. I mean, he certainly shows what a turn of pace he's got. Went past 3 Chelsea players and put a very good cross in there. Unfortunately for him, Petr Cech read it very well and came out and claimed it like an excellent keeper that he is.
For reasons best known to him, Avram Grant is warming up Malouda. Surely not. Chelsea hold the lead. Here's Hoopier for Liverpool. A goal for Liverpool, of course, and we might be heading for extra time. Risa. Back to Hupia, still inside his own half. Mascherano. Back in the direction of Carragher. The rain relentless.
It is.
In West London.
You just said about warming up. Crouch, Pennant and Babel are all warming up for Liverpool.
We can't bring all three, of course.
No,
He's already used one change, an enforced change. Hupia on for Skirtle. Essien belts it high. Drogba chests it back. Ballack, in towards Kalou. Carragher with the interception. Maybe Kalou would have been offside, not quite sure. Had the pass reached him. Hupia now for Liverpool. Back to Carragher. Liverpool fans still in good voice here. Now it's with Alonso. That's a good ball to Benayoun. Benayoun just about evades the mud. Gets it back to Hupia. The pitch is poor, but then it's not its fault, really. It's the weather. Dreadful. That's an excellent pass forward by Mascherano to Arbeloa. Tackled by Kalou. Out of play, it goes for a throw. Yeah, Arbeloa just caught there by Kalou accidentally.
It was a fair tackle as well. It was. It's certainly Liverpool have upped the tempo. And you're looking around at the Chelsea team at the present time. I wouldn't say they're hanging on in there, but they've have to get back and get it into Drogba, I think, that little bit earlier than they have been doing. It's
certainly far more uncomfortable for Chelsea in the second half.
Definitely.
In relation to what they had to face in the first. Now, is that a free kick or a throw-in? I think Chelsea are trying to slow this down now. Really trying to slow it down. What's going on here?
Well, Benitez has just come up and changed Benayoun and Kerr. He's just told he's told them to change flanks.
That throw-in wasted as Makelele just hits the ball forwards, running through to Reina. At the moment, Couch down the left side, Benayoun down the right. And Gerrard's certainly in a much more advanced position. He's pushing Makelele back.
Yeah, definitely.
Alonso towards Carragher. Carragher faced by Kalou, and it goes to Alonso. Alonso and Mascherano's much more control in the second half. On to Benayoun, 17 minutes played since half-time. Benayoun back to Alonso. Reece is available on the far side. First it goes to Mascherano. Gerrard's wide. Mascherano now finds the Liverpool skipper under his right foot. Whips the cross in deep. Terry with a header down. That could have run anywhere, but it ran to Frank Lampard, and Lampard's fouled there by Arbeloa. That's a free kick.
You know, Gerrard is an excellent crosser of the ball. His pace on the ball, his delivery, very rarely does he get that wrong at all. Difficult for defenders to get it away as well.
Well, it's interesting. You just look at some of the Chelsea fans in this lower tier of the main stand, and they were up on the feet. They're urging Chelsea forward. Yeah. I think they're worried that they're sitting a little bit too deep. Well, but maybe that's, not giving credit to Liverpool who have pressed them back.
Yeah.
Here's Makelele to Joe Cole. And now Ballack to Essien, running down the right side, up from fullback. Good ball in. Hupia with a clearance. Not cleared properly. Joe Cole drives in the shot straight at Reina.
Chelsea need a little bit more. They need to find some time to get what I call control possession of the ball, keep it off Liverpool for a period of time, and if possible, do that in Liverpool's half of the pitch.
Well, they've still got 27 minutes to hold on to this solitary goal lead. It's enough at the moment. Was that a foul by Joe Cole? No. I think the referee actually is rightly making allowance for the deteriorating conditions.
Definitely,
there are bound to be some, odd tackles. Here's Carragher over the halfway line. Not sure where he's going. Finds Benayoun. Benayoun turned away. Moving infield. Good run by Yossi Benayoun. Still running. Through to Torres. Torres scores for Liverpool. Right foot shot. Low into the corner. Brilliant by Benayoun. And now Liverpool have the away goal. And on the night it's 1-1. And it's 2-2 in aggregate.
Wonderful run by Benayoun, keeping the ball at his feet, going past people, and then played a delightful ball into Torres. And we said, Torres has not been in it, but what does he do? He's a goal scorer. And he's taken one touch, second touch, back of the net. It's 1-1, game wide open.
Brilliant from Benayoun. Absolutely brilliant. And whereas with the chance he had in the first half, after 9 minutes, Torres took one touch too many. The first touch, this time, just to control the ball. The second one to dispatch it, low pass check. Excellent finish.
Well, message has certainly got home to whatever Benitez has said at half-time. These Liverpool players have brought it out and transferred that onto the pitch, and they deserve to equalise. I mean, at the present time, Alan, I would say this is a fair reflection, a fair scoreline of what we've seen so far. It's now open to any team.
Bruno Cheru can make way. scorer of the last Liverpool goal at Stamford Bridge. I was here with Mike that night, and I couldn't believe it either when Giroud scored. The new Zinedine Zidane, according to Gerard Houllier. Anyway, it's 1-1, and Benitez has broken his duck at Stamford Bridge. 25 minutes to go. And at the moment, we're heading for extra time. And that has revived Liverpool without question. Because they know now, even if Chelsea score again, a second Liverpool goal will put Liverpool through. Liverpool have dominated the second period. Here's Kite. Kite in towards Makelele, not clear. Back to Gerrard. Gerrard towards the goal scorer, Torres. Gerrard again. Oh, that looked like a handball by Terry right in the edge of the penalty. Terry dived in and attacked on Benayoun. And the referee has to stop play here, surely, and bounce ball. Oh no, has he given a free kick to...
I'm not exactly certain what he's given, but they're all appealing for the penalty.
Well, I don't think it was a penalty. I think it was outside.
Oh, outside.
I think it was handball.
The handball.
It was outside the penalty area.
I'm not so certain when I see that. Might be the chest.
No, maybe anyway.
Chest, stomach, hand coming down, looking as if it is. I'm not certain.
Tell you what, actually, I thought that it might have been a free kick against Terry afterwards, that for the challenge on Benayoun. But the referee's given a free kick to Chelsea. Well, this is interesting. 1-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate. Manchester United. Oh, I bet you Fergie's got a lovely glass of red wine sitting there. Here, oh, no, you would have a glass of red wine here. Here's Lampard, but a good tackle coming in from Carragher. I'm sure he might have a glass of red wine later. I don't think he minds too much who United play in the final. Arbeloa shepherding the ball behind, has he? Yes, he has. Drogba prays to the referee. Give us a corner, Your Honour. No.
So what, just looking at this and looking at it from Avram Grant's point of view, I haven't seen Ballack in the game this half.
No.
I haven't seen him at all, and Mascherano's coming on to it as well, and you might have to do some serious thinking here on the substitutes. You may just say, look, Essien in there and get him and start to get hold and help Lampard get hold of that midfield, because they're being outplayed in that area of the pitch.
We've just seen a shot of Sir Alex in the crowd. Now, if it was a smoker, he'd have a big cigar out, because he's not too concerned who wins here. Anyway, Torres heads it down towards Kite. Makelele is there. He's not been quite as influential in the second half either. Well, having said that, Chelsea won all the first half battles. They're losing some in the second half. We reached the midway point. Liverpool are level, and here's Mike Ingham.
Well, the thing is, the tactical battle at the moment also is being won by Rafa Benitez. No question about that against Avram Grant. Avram Grant needs to sort things out, because at the moment Liverpool have the initiative. They have the goal, and it's Steven Gerrard now looking to try and release Benayoun. Benayoun's falling. Torres back to goal, trying to turn. Can't get his shot away. Still Liverpool press. Arbeloa now on the edge of the area. Still Arbeloa. Arbeloa's ball in is headed away by John Terry. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 1. The away goal has been nullified here tonight. And I'll tell you somebody who'll be feeling a lot better with life now, and that's John Arnarusa, whose dramatic own goal gave Chelsea what they thought was the big advantage. Avram Grant is going to make changes in a moment, we think. There's quite a lot of movement in front of us on the Chelsea bench. You're listening to 5 Live. 1-0 to Chelsea at half-time in the driving seat. Drogba's goal after 33 minutes. And now Liverpool, who've dominated this second half. They've made the changes. Benayoun, in tactical changes that is. Benayoun did brilliantly, and Torres finished magnificently for Liverpool. Ashley Cole now for Chelsea. High ball into the area, headed away by Huppier, easily. Header on by Benayoun. Essien coming forward now for Chelsea. Ran too far, but the ball drops to Ashley Cole. Both of the coaches at the moment are down there coaching from the sideline as Chelsea try to spread the play to the far side of the field. Lampard into Essien. Essien has a drive, a long one, and Rayner's right behind it. And these skiddy conditions, well, it's worth a pot.
It certainly is. I think also as well, though, that as much as Chelsea were doing it in the first half, getting the ball through to Drogba in these conditions and up against Liverpool, I think they've got to do that a little bit more than they have been doing.
Now Steven Gerrard for Liverpool. Gerrard's shot is wide. Well, at the moment it's following the same pattern as Saturday's game, Chelsea-Manchester United. Chelsea on top in the first half, led 1-0. Manchester United equalised, then Chelsea went on to win it with the penalty. And now here's a change being made by Avram Grant. It's his first. And, well, he'll hope he gets this one right, because Malouda, who was very ineffective, in fact non-existent in the first game at Anfield, Malouda comes on for Kalou. And Malouda takes up his position immediately near side. That's the Chelsea left.
Well, I mean, I think you've got to grab hold. From looking at it, I think you've got to grab hold of a little bit more than this. And I think you've got to look right into that middle of the pitch. I would substitute Ballack at the present time. That's just my view, and I would get Essien into that position. Because there's no doubt in my mind you want some power and you want some pace. Because Liverpool are dominating the middle of the pitch at the moment.
The trouble is, and we did mention it earlier, with 20 minutes to go here, this is the one scoreline that can take us into extra time and possibly penalties, and obviously Ballack would be brilliant at that for Chelsea, but it's still a long way away as Makelele heads the ball out for Chelsea. Now Essien down the right-hand side, and if they could get Essien into that midfield area perhaps, bring on Paulo Ferreira, that might help them. The ball now, in fact, Ferreira's not on the bench. Gerrard's going forward now for Liverpool. Unclear, they can't bring on Ferreira, can they? He's not even a substitute tonight. Belletti would have to be the man who would come on for them if they were going to make that change. I'm sure they're thinking about it. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 1. Alonso finds Huppier. The Liverpool fans away to our left, suddenly much happier. Liverpool had equalised through Torres. He scored at the end where Kenny Dalglish scored one of Liverpool's most famous goals in this stadium to win the title back in '86. Drogba holds off very strongly Benayoun and then wastes it. Does nothing at all with it there, Drogba. Haven't seen very much of him in the second half. It's Reina's ball. I've
got to be honest, Mike, I think he's been too isolated now. And, you know, the runs to get forward to support him aren't there. This is what I'm saying about Lampard has come in. He's had this emotional period of time which will continue for him as well, and I just don't see them getting anywhere near Liverpool.
Arbeloa, and Torres makes a good run. Arbeloa sees him, but there are too many Chelsea players around him, and then Chelsea give it away, and they weren't doing that in the first half. They're rattled here. They've been put under pressure by Liverpool in the second half. Interestingly, Liverpool came out very early as well for the start of the second half. There was a real sense of let's get on with business. They'd obviously had a big talking to from Benitez at half-time. Avram Grant now steps out into the technical area. The rain seems to have relented here at Stamford Bridge. 1-1, 2-2 on aggregate, heading for extra time at the moment. But a goal now for Liverpool, and Chelsea would need two. Huppier turns the ball back to goalkeeper Reina. A Liverpool goal now, and that would be pretty much good enough to take them to the final again. A long clearance from Reina. So it's very, very nervous for Chelsea. They know they can't make any mistakes at the back, as much as they want to go forward. Joe Cole finding Malouda down this near side, his first touch. Malouda trying to up the ball in towards Drogba, and he's wasted it. Drogba's trying to encourage him with an applause, but wasn't a good ball from Malouda, and it's a goal kick to Liverpool.
No, he tried to bend it into him, but far too much pace and inaccurate as well, so nowhere near Drogba at all. It's as they line up now, you can almost see the way the game has progressed, and Liverpool pushing forward, and as they line up, you see Drogba in that forward position, very much on his own, very much isolated.
In fact, if we look up at the lights here, we can see the rain is still falling around Stamford Bridge as Reina once more takes possession for Liverpool. Has to come out of the penalty area to get it. Benayoun, who's been so much more effective for Liverpool in the second half, and manages to get the ball down the line, but it's just given out of play against Arbeloa. Benayoun, who began the game on the left and couldn't really get into it at all. He was selected ahead of Babel in the first half, didn't really trouble Chelsea at all, but now operating on this right-hand side of the field, he's a different player. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 1 on 5 Live. Chelsea seem to have it all neatly wrapped up. Liverpool have finally scored a goal in this stadium under Benitez. Drogba trying to find Ballack, who's hardly had a touch in the second half, and Reina skims the clearance to the far side of the field, and it'll be a Chelsea throw-in.
I must say, I think Ballack looks tired. Obviously, the game goes on, he gets a winning goal, and you look a fool, but this is just the feeling. I just haven't seen him in the game at all, and the legs don't seem to be there at the moment.
And there's another factor as well here, of course. Liverpool should be fresher than Chelsea, because Hardly any of these Liverpool players played at the weekend. They were all rested by Benitez at Birmingham, whereas most of these Chelsea players were in action against Manchester United. In quite a draining game as well it was in the heat. Now, Chelsea looking to Joe Cole. Cole coming forward for Chelsea. Oh, and he almost got that one through. Has another crack now, Joe Cole. Finds Malouda. Malouda just inside the area. Slips onto his backside. And Liverpool should have cleared, but Alonso's been caught in possession. Malouda again squirting the ball in. Poor play there by Alonso. Liverpool haven't dealt with it. Ballack to Ashley Cole. Drogba's waiting in the area. The ball now onto Malouda. Malouda with a high left footer, headed away by Huppier. Suddenly Chelsea apply the pressure. That looked like a push on Ashley Cole on the edge of the area. But the game continues, and it's Frank Lampard of Chelsea. Suddenly Chelsea now trying to unlock the Liverpool defence. Malouda coming into the game down this left-hand side. Infield to Makaleli. Liverpool now having to get players back behind the ball. 1-1, 2-2. Ball back with John Terry. Terry now to Ashley Cole. Suddenly Benitez showing a bit of concern down there. And he's going to bring Pennant on, I think, in a moment. Makaleli now for Chelsea. Makaleli holding as ever in midfield. Finds Carvalho inside the centre circle. Now Lampard. Lampard knocks it back to Essien on the halfway line. Chelsea working it down the right, far side of the field. Joe Cole gets the ball infield to Essien. Here comes a typical powerful run from Michael Essien. Essien still going. Essien now inside the penalty area. And he hit the side netting.
Oh, what a run that would have been. And well, what a run it was. But if he'd finished off with it in the back of the net, and look, the energy that boy has, he's back on the halfway line now. I think right at the end, if he could have just squared it in, Drogba at the back post, but fantastic run by him.
13 minutes away from extra time. And they nearly always do go to extra time. And they did, of course, last time. These two. Pennant is coming on. Had a very good Champions League final last year against Milan, certainly in the first half. Pennant will come on and presumably play down the right-hand side. So what will that do to Ben Ayoun or Dirk Kuyt? The ball is with Chelsea over on the far side. Well, they've been so much under pressure in this second half. Suddenly now they seem to be revived, and Lampard is moving forward with determination, and offside is given against Chelsea, against Drogba, and a free kick to Liverpool, and Pennant's preparing himself to come on.
Last 2 or 3 minutes we've suddenly seen a little bit of Chelsea. You know, games tend to sometimes go like that, where one side dominates for a long period of time, and then for no reason at all the other side has its moments. And just for 2 or 3 minutes now, Chelsea have had some play in the Liverpool half of the pitch.
We feel, I think, that Ben Ayoun is the one that is going to make way for Jermaine Pennant. Pennant's great ability, of course, he can deliver crosses from the right-hand side. So here comes the change, and it is going to be Yossi Ben Ayoun. But ultimately, his selection paid off, Graham, in that he was massively involved in the equaliser.
Definitely. And he moved off, and we said about him being a clever player. It was a fantastic dribble by him, going back, and then the ability to see the pass through to Torres. I mean, that in itself has brought Liverpool right back into this tie.
And the other thing is, you know, you were mentioning that one or two of the Chelsea players were starting to tire, and you wouldn't really want to see Pennant coming on, would you, now? Because he's very quick.
You know he's going to pace you, don't you? I mean, Ashley Cole will look at him as well, be very much aware of him from Arsenal days, but yes, he is sharp.
Ball in the area, Torres looking to try and win a corner kick, and the corner kick is given by Roberto Rossetti, the Italian referee. Corner kick to Liverpool, and Gerrard to deliver from the far side, the left. Huppier and Carragher stride forward. 1-1 here at Stamford Bridge. Gerrard takes the flag out and then puts it back in again and prepares to whip in this corner kick and hope that it can give Liverpool the lead in the game. Here comes the corner from Gerrard, and it's gone out again, so it'll be another one.
Makaleli got a block. You can't tell from here, but you wonder if he is 10 yards away from it, but he certainly got the block on it.
12 minutes to go. A goal now for Liverpool would surely take them into the final. 1-1. Gerrard's ready with this second corner, and again Makaleli standing just in front has got the block in. Referee, I don't think he's penalised him though.
No, I think.
Or has he?
Yeah, I think what happens there, Mike, is he stands 10 yards away, but then before the ball is kicked he encroaches, so by the time the ball is kicked he's only 6 yards away from it. I think Liverpool have a justifiable complaint there.
Well, Reece is going to try and hurl in a long throw from that far side. It's a little looping throw into the area, looking for a back header from Kuyt. Chelsea have to be so careful now as we move towards the possibility of extra time here. Another throw into Liverpool. It's deep inside the Chelsea half. It's right by the corner flag, and Risa is going to take it. Risa throws the ball back to Alonso. Alonso's right-footed ball into the area. Chelsea defend it, and Malouda, well, he had more time than that really, just skies the ball out of play in towards the tunnel area here, and it's going to be a Liverpool throw. Chelsea on top of the first half. It's been Liverpool's second half. Just a few signs that Chelsea in the last 5 minutes are starting to get a grip again. The ball eventually returned to the pitch so that Arbeloa can take this Liverpool throw. And of course, every time it's a throw, the players drying the ball on their shirts on this sodden surface here at Stamford Bridge. It's Gerrard who's been so much better in the second half. High, hopeful ball forward. Torres against John Terry, and Torres kicking out a little bit there, and Terry wasn't happy. Free kick is given. Terry has to be careful, of course. He's a yellow card away from suspension here. The referee, though, wants to speak to Torres because that was just a little bit unnecessary.
Well, that's quite right. I mean, he may say, well, that happens to me a lot of time, but it was a deliberate kick from behind John Terry and at him.
Right. A problem with Michael Ballack.
Could be that, yeah. Well, he just may have been feeling it's coming as his right ankle.
Did you see anything there?
I hadn't seen where that may have been got, but he's come across complaining about it.
Well, at the moment he's out of the game, and he hobbling back on again. Graham thinking that he was tiring anyway in this match, and that might be one of the reasons. Chelsea may have to replace him, especially if it goes into extra time. Liverpool the likelier team. Alonso looking to Pennant. Pennant's going to keep this one in down the right-hand side. Into the area is Dirk Kuyt, but it's straight to the goalkeeper. Oh, and Kuyt came in heavily on Petr Cech. Immediately acknowledges that as well. Referee's not making a fuss about it, though. He's doing well, the referee, and just letting the game continue. But that was Pennant's first opportunity to deliver.
Yeah, and to be fair to the lad, he got in one, pace as well. I like to see pace on crosses, because if your colleague gets it, he doesn't have to get any power himself. He can just direct the ball where he wants it to go.
Well, Ballack's back on the pitch again, but he's hobbling, and Liverpool now looking to release Pennant once more, back inside his own half. Ashley Cole trying to deny Pennant, and he denies him illegally. It's a free kick to Liverpool, but you just get the feeling at the moment that the force is with Liverpool here. Having scored that, I mean, what a psychologically beneficial goal to score, having waited so long to finally get one here at Stamford Bridge. They believe they can go on to win this now.
It's so easy, and I've said this before, it's so easy for you to say it. Ballack off for me, get Essien into there, and if you have to bring Belletti on, who'll come forward, bring him on.
Good first touch from Drogba. He's facing Carragher. Carragher just managed to get a foot in. Drogba, though, lifts the ball in, headed down by Ballack. Huppier has to be careful. Looks to see where goalkeeper Reina is. Reina steps in. Liverpool have pulled it back here. We've got 8 minutes to go. 1-1, 2-2 on aggregate. Heading for extra time. Reina, and the longer maybe this goes towards the end of the 90, they just may put the brakes on here. Although Liverpool know that if they can score, that's it, they're through. Header on by Kuyt, looking for Torres. Torres has the ball, and Torres moves in field with great purpose. Torres looking for Pennant, can't get it forward to him though. Ball holds up on the surface. Makelele away for Chelsea. The ball now with Michael Ballack. Ballack with a good run, and a good strong run as well. Essien takes over. Essien moving in field, finds Lampard. The referee got in the way there inadvertently, and the ball breaks kindly for Liverpool on that occasion. Back again to Reina.
Yeah, the referee acknowledging to Frank Lampard straight away, and to be fair to Lampard, so he may have complained, but no point in it at all.
Alonso, wasted ball down the centre. Carvalho's there, but almost gave it away to Steven Gerrard. Terry with a neat ball to Lampard. Lampard now on to Drogba. Drogba against Carragher, and Mascherano's mopping up once more. Of all the Chelsea players, it must mean perhaps more to Frank Lampard and John Terry than any of the others, bearing in mind all the semi-finals they played in this competition before. It's Dirk Kuyt now for Liverpool. Doesn't get enough contact on the ball, has given it away. Carvalho, Champions League winner with Porto. Long one out of the Chelsea defence, and it only drops to Mascherano inside the centre circle with a very neat header. He's given it back to Huppier. Liverpool, different team in the second half. Liverpool just keeping the ball at the back, and then Alonso knocks it long to Kuyt. Kuyt over on the left, infield to Torres, trying to work the Chelsea defenders. It's back again to Alonso on the edge of the centre circle. Out steps Benitez once more, with 6 minutes to go of the 90. Arbeloa short of the halfway line. Pennant's made the run, the ball goes on to Gerrard, and now Gerrard looking for Pennant. John Terry's there shepherding the ball out of play, and it's going to be a Chelsea throw-in. And Terry will leave this for Ashley Cole. Played in the Champions League final for Arsenal against Barcelona. Cole, which way is this one going to go? Carragher waiting to get his challenge in against Drogba. Scrapping down there is Arbeloa, and Chelsea have been penalised by the referee. Liverpool have won the free kick. Benitez being pushed back by the... I really don't understand why the fourth official needs to do that. Benitez wanting to get a message across, and the fourth official, who's been quite pedantic down there, pushes him away.
They can irritate you, let's just put it that way.
Gerrard now jumping with Makelele. Got above Makelele. Chelsea having to defend in numbers here. Lampard's back inside his own half. Lampard now looking to try and change the direction perhaps. The players know they have to make the passes tell on this surface. The ball is on the halfway line. Ashley Cole and Chelsea having to play it much quicker now in this second half than they would want to. Malouda waits for it to come onto him, and Carragher just takes possession once more and finds touch.
Well, we've mentioned about the technical area being so small here, but the UEFA fourth official is really very tetchy about anything. Last
5 minutes of the 90. Goal now will take either of these sides to the final if it materialises. And Mascherano, what on earth was he doing? He's knocked the ball back from all of 20 yards or so and conceded a corner kick. Chelsea have a corner.
Well, what he was trying to do was to knock it into Malouda and get the throw in. He either missed Malouda or Malouda got out the way of it, and he's conceded a corner.
It's been Liverpool's second half, but now right at the end here, a corner kick needlessly conceded. In it goes, and Reina under great pressure, perhaps too much pressure there from Chelsea. Looked as if he was fouled as he managed to get a fist to it, and the free kick has been given.
Yeah, penalised John Terry there, I think, from coming round the back, pushing into people, getting his arms on the shoulder of, I think it's Steven Gerrard.
Well, it's getting tense now. 3 minutes to go. 1-1 was the only scoreline that could force extra time here. Chelsea look to have it all sorted out at half-time. The flag has gone up for an offside, and the referee's decided to give it.
It's Torres again coming. He's complaining. He came back from an offside position. He was in an offside position, and then came way back to compete for the ball in the air. And the assistant referee is quite right.
In this game, by the way, Drogba missed a chance and scored. Torres missed a possible opportunity by his high standards and has scored. The two centre-forwards have scored here. As now Chelsea... Michael Barrett's been penalised for a foul on Mascherano on the edge of the area, and it's Liverpool's free kick.
It'll be very interesting to see if Avram Grant makes any changes if this game goes into extra time. Now, I've said on one or two, I firmly believe he will have to do that, because Liverpool, you know, they've moved it about. They're the better team. They look the team with more energy in them, and somehow Chelsea have got to come back at them.
Torres finds Pennant down the right. Gerrard's gone down with an injury. In comes a cross. Cavallo's headed it straight up in the air. Torres is still battling. Dirk Kuyt just wouldn't fall to him. Still Gerrard is out of the game as Alonso steps in, and Chelsea on the break perhaps with Gerrard out of the match. And Liverpool surely will put the ball out of play so their captain can receive attention.
There's cramp. No doubt in my mind he's holding on and trying to get that cramp in on that left calf of his. And there's no doubt that the state of the pitch takes more out of your legs than it certainly would at this time. It's a very wet pitch.
Well, now the interesting thing will be, will Chelsea give the ball back to Liverpool, bearing in mind that Liverpool didn't in the first half until Reina finally knocked a clearance out. The crowd are urging Chelsea to keep the ball, I think. Gerrard's just gone off. He'll come straight back on again. And Chelsea do lump the ball down the line so that Liverpool can have a throw-in, and that's the way to do it.
Yeah. If you're going to play it that way, you've got to play it right. Well, I'm not so certain that Liverpool deliberately. I think they just messed it up before. I don't think they were quite aware.
Well, all eyes on this fourth official at the moment as well. He's certainly making the most of his role tonight, pushing back people off various benches to come out into the technical area. Hope he's enjoying his night's work. And the ball is out of play now for a Chelsea throw. Ashley Cole with a Chelsea throw with about a minute of 90 minutes to go, plus whatever time that fourth official will add on. And it's a free kick to Chelsea, just inside the Liverpool half. Sir Alex Ferguson here, watching and wondering. And again, there's more action between the fourth official and the Liverpool bench. But the Liverpool defenders now have to concentrate, because Ashley Cole is going to knock in this free kick. And Drogba is waiting, Terry's waiting. Carvalho, typically though, this time has stayed back inside the centre circle. So very often he goes forward, but he's not taking any chances now. Here comes the free kick. Big, high ball from Ashley Cole. John Terry trying to reach for it. Coutts' clearance hasn't gone very far. Essien now, to the far side of the field, to Joe Cole, who's got a chance here to cross for Chelsea. Cole's ball in, and Liverpool deal with it. 2 minutes of added time there will be. 2 minutes, otherwise extra time here at Stamford Bridge, as Carvalho now back inside his own half, times his challenge perfectly. Chelsea get the ball forward, but Huppy is there to get the block in for Liverpool, and Reese's long ball downfield. There's a gap now between Torres and anyone else in a red shirt, and Chelsea have easily won it back again. The crowd urging Chelsea forward for perhaps the last time in the normal time period. Makelele to Carvalho. Carvalho now skips around Gerrard, just inside Liverpool's half. Lampard chases the ball, just manages to slide it on to Ashley Cole. Cole's ball in to the area, trying to find Malouda, and the offside has been given. And of course, Graham Taylor talking about options from the bench. Well, Avram Grant has Nicholas Anelka. He has Andrei Shevchenko, but he also has Balletti in case he wants to put Essien into midfield.
Well, you know, Ballack has taken my attention a great deal. He's very rarely moved from that right-hand side of midfield. He's been in straight lines all of the time. He's complained about his ankle. And I just think it's something that, you know, if you have to do it, that's it, get it done.
And Liverpool too have the option of Peter Crouch. At the moment, Chelsea have the home advantage in that they'll have the extra time at their own stadium. The ball is away to our right by the corner flag. Ashley Cole's done well there for Chelsea. He's played it off pennant. So we have about 30 seconds to go of added time here at Stamford Bridge. It's 1-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate. John Terry jumping with Fernando Torres. Torres didn't really get off the ground. Comes back again to Liverpool. Carragher decides safety first. Puts it back inside his own half. Liverpool now just really playing for the final whistle, I think, with 10 seconds to go. Keeping it, not launching it. Chelsea fans singing their songs. Carragher, there it goes. There goes the end of the 90 minutes. So only 1-1 was going to take us into an extra 30 here tonight. And that's exactly what's happened, Graham.
Well, we've seen it, haven't we? Chelsea go in 1-0, having played so well in the first half. Liverpool have dominated the second half. And, you know, of the two, going into extra time now, looking at it, you'd be more concerned if you were the Chelsea manager than you would if you were the Liverpool manager. 1-1, tight game. What is going to happen in extra time? We're just going to have to wait and see.
John Arisa looks a lot happier now.
Well, a lot of the players have changed their shirts, their shorts, their socks, their boots. Which one could change the course of this game? Alan Green.
Well, Mike made the point earlier that most of these Chelsea players had a stamina-sapping victory over Manchester United on Saturday, whereas Liverpool played a rather weakened team, to say the least, at Birmingham. So Liverpool should be fresher. We'll see. Certainly a few of the Chelsea players looked a little tired in the second half. Particularly Ballack, though he may be carrying an injury now. We don't know.
That's the thing. I mean, he's limping a little bit with that ankle as well.
So Chelsea will kick off as they started the game, attacking the Matthew Harding stand. It's 1-1, and at the moment we're heading for penalties. Have we been this way before, Chelsea and Liverpool, in the Champions League semi-final, like a year ago? They'll say. Well, Cech and Reina have certainly been practicing. Drogba waits, as we all wait, for television. Yeah, whenever you're ready, folks, don't you worry. We'll all hang on for you. Referee finally allowed to blow his whistle. So who's going to make it through to Moscow to face Manchester United? I wonder if Fergie's left, or is he still here? Drogba heads the ball down to Lampard, and then that's a foul by Drogba on Arbeloa. He certainly caught Arbeloa in the face, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. By the way, just to emphasise, I think Roberto Rossetti has been superb as referee.
First-class referee. He looked in charge. You feel that he is in charge, but he's relaxed about it as well, and he has an excellent display. Can I also say this, Alan? All the comments that we were making about Drogba before, I think Drogba's been fine today.
Yes, he has, without question. And here is Drogba, but he's tackled and beaten by Carragher. And Carragher, Lampard dived in, but I think it's a free kick. It is indeed a free kick. Now, Anelka's playing on the right side of the midfield for Chelsea. He's just taken up the Joe Cole role.
Yeah.
Malouda's on the left side. It was indeed a foul by Lampard on Carragher. So Arbeloa to take the free kick for Liverpool. It's only a couple of yards inside the Chelsea half. Liverpool right, driven very deep. Gerrard is the target. Gerrard heads it onto the penalty area. Terry heads it away. And Ballack seemed to handle the ball, but anyway, Kuyt brings it under control for Liverpool. Kuyt, wide to Pennant. Pennant, good ball in field to Mascherano. Mascherano to Gerrard, back to Alonso. Swept to Risa. Risa in the penalty area. Won't shoot. Crosses. Here's a chance for Liverpool. Half cleared by Chelsea and knocked away safely in the end by Frank Lampard.
And that would have been payback time for John Arne Riise.
I thought he might have just hit it.
I thought he was going to hit it with that left foot, but I think his touch just took him further to the touchline than he wanted to.
Liverpool on the attack again, but it breaks down as Chelsea clear to the halfway line. But Chelsea have started extra time the way they started the second half, on top. It's with Arbeloa, looking for the captain. Inadvertent handball by McAleny. It's not a penalty. There's no way it's a penalty. He tried to bring the ball under control. It came down, hit his arm. It's behind for a corner, but it's not a penalty.
I think also the referee saw there might have been advantage to Liverpool if he let play go. They've got a corner out of it as well.
Gerrard to take it. At the shed end. Whipped in high. Huppier right, heads it down, and it's wide, is it? I couldn't see through the mass of players inside the 6-yard box.
Yeah,
obviously wide.
Hard to say exactly how far wide. We're just getting a replay now.
Not that far wide, actually, you know.
But I think Petr Cech was looking at it, and
so Cech with a goal kick for Chelsea, and the Chelsea fans trying to lift their team. Ryan Babel's coming on very shortly for Liverpool. Presumably that would be for Dirk Kuyt. We'll see. Here's Anelka heading it to Drogba. Drogba just running into Arbeloa. It's a second chance, but he's fouled Arbeloa once more, and it's a free kick. And Drogba appeals to the heavens, as if he's been a victim.
The thing is, he ran into him, but it was after that he held him as Arbeloa came. He put his arms around his waist and held him back. It's a free kick. There were no complaints at all.
But oh sweet Lord, it wasn't, according to Didier. So we already played 3 minutes of extra time, the first period of extra time. It remains Chelsea 1, Liverpool 1, 2-2 on aggregate. Alonso looking for Risa down the left flank. Essien slipped as he headed the ball away. Here's Huppier on to Gerrard, and Gerrard, I thought it came off McAleny, but referee quite clearly said that's a Chelsea throw-in.
Benitez out on the edge of the technical area, and the fourth official letting him now kick every ball, move every pass. He's out there in that mode that we see him in European games in particular.
Here's Torres, but losing the ball to Lampard. Terry on to Malouda. Malouda whips it towards Drogba, and Drogba's away from Carragher. Here's Drogba. Can he win it for Chelsea? No, he can't. Fantastic tackle by Carragher.
Great recovery tackle. In fact, 3 or 4 Liverpool players are going over just to acknowledge it with Carragher. It looked like Drogba's away, and there a shake of hands between Carragher and Drogba. But a great recovery tackle, but it is excellent to see that.
Lampard's corner from the left, in towards the near post, goes a long way. Here's Anelka, his shot blocked. McAlessy's good, goal for Chelsea. Michael Essien puts Chelsea in front. Reina appeals that there was a Chelsea player in an offside position in front of him.
He's given offside.
He's given offside. I think it was Carvalho. Well, I thought Essien had made it 2-1.
Yeah, no doubt almost everybody in the ground thought that as well. And all of the Chelsea players are coming back from the halfway line. They're only just realising now that the kick has been given against them.
Well, we'll just watch it.
There's certainly a replay.
There's certainly a player. There are 4 players
definitely
in front of Reina.
Oh, yeah, so definitely.
Slightly offside.
I think if the Chelsea players see that, they'll recognise it.
Well, it was. I mean, a shake of the head from Steve Clark. But Frank, Steve, you don't know what you're talking about, son. It was offside. It was offside. And now I think he's looking back at a replay, and I think he'll wise up. But in the frantic moments that followed, you couldn't be sure. And I can't see the linesman in this.
Well, we couldn't see that at all. And you're looking at Essien and the power of his shot in the back of the net. You think that's it. But as you say, when 3 or 4 Chelsea players in an offside position.
But a little threat for Liverpool, to say the least. Now, Babel's coming on. And it's got to be for Cardiff if he's going to keep the same system.
Having said that, Alan, were any of them active?
Oh, if they're standing in front of the goalkeeper, I would think so.
Well, I don't think any of them tried to play the ball, personally.
No. Was he given a penalty? A penalty for a ball! Could be a challenge on Ballack. And Lampard immediately walks forward. He wants the ball. It's not Michael Ballack. So drama here.
Mascherani's going across to the referee, Alan.
Well, it's definitely a foul by Hupia on Ballack, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Mascherano coming away. Referee handled him very well there.
And it will not be Michael Ballack, who scored with a penalty to beat Manchester United on Saturday. The responsibility will be Frank Lampard's. And how poignant. Lampard, what a terrible time personally for him.
Mascherano going back to the referee again. You've got to get him away.
Well, this is dramatic now. Torres can't look. He's got his back to the Liverpool penalty area, crouching in prayer on the halfway line. Lampard must be favourite, but Reina's good. Here comes Lampard. He shoots low to the left of Reina into the corner, and it's Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1, and Chelsea are heading to Moscow.
Yeah, and Reina comes out well beaten. He'd read the wrong way, but Frank Lampard knew. Dispatched it expertly there. But to fair to Reina, Reina has come out and he's having a go at his Liverpool players. Come on, let's get going again. And that's exactly what it is. What a goal for Lampard. Everybody can appreciate it there. Substitution being made.
Yeah, I got the substitution wrong. It's Babel for Torres. And presumably Babel will go through the middle. No, it's Count going through the middle. Babel on the left. Well, we'll see. So, Liverpool to kick off here. We've already played 8 minutes of the first period of extra time here at Stamford Bridge, which is alight with Chelsea celebrations. But Liverpool, if they score a second goal...
Well, then that is... But it's almost a repeat of the Manchester United game, this, isn't it? Where basically in the second half, Manchester United dominating, the penalty in the last few minutes, Chelsea win it.
Babel into Count. Here's Gerrard into Babel. Babel into the penalty. He's brought down. Is it? No, it's a corner. I thought that was another penalty kick.
He's got the ball there, cleared it away. Referee right on it, right on the spot. Too many Liverpool players coming around. He ain't going to change his mind.
No, it was a good tackle.
It was a good tackle.
Good tackle. Correct referee's decision again. He's been perfect, the Italian.
Yeah, very, very good.
So Gerrard to take the corner for Liverpool. They have to get back into the game again with a goal.
I think he's taken somebody's name.
I don't quite know whose.
I'm not so certain.
It may have been Arbeloa's for dissent. Anyway, we'll clear that up later. Gerrard plays in the corner, and it's headed down straight at Czech. Alonso with a header.
Yeah, Alonso got it in there, unable for him to get any power on it. Bounced down, and Czech collected it.
Now you would have had Ballack off, and so would I.
Well,
but actually, it's the tackle on Ballack that's led to the penalty.
Yeah.
That's the way football is. I did Manchester United's game at Blackburn recently, and for the whole of the second half, I couldn't figure out what Tevez was doing on the pitch.
But I'm looking at Ballack now, there's no doubt about it. He has got a limp with that ankle as well. Just hasn't moved off there.
Alonso back to the guilty party, Hupia, and now here's Reina, who shows which way to go, and Lampard struck it the other way. Now here's Malouda forward, third Chelsea goal now, finishes it, saved by Reina from Malouda's shot. Reina trying to urgently throw the ball upfield. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1 here at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea lead by 3-2 on aggregate. And now we can't have penalty kicks, of course. There can be no repeat of last season. There'll have to be a winner, either Liverpool on away goals or Chelsea because they've won tonight. Here's Ballack. That looked like a foul by Arbeloa. It's cleared by Makelele. Mascherano brings it under control. A slip by Ballack. Mascherano still controls the ball, running forward, plays it to Kuyt. Kuyt trying to feed it through. Ball breaks to Mascherano. Wide it goes to the left, and Gerrard might have crossed first time. Turns it on his right foot, rips it in, and Cech catches the ball quite easily.
Yes, fair cross. Went a little bit close to Cech, but that's when you want some of your forwards running across the chest, running across the face of the keeper. Don't let him collect the ball easily.
Well, who would have believed we'd have 3 goals in a match between Chelsea and Liverpool in the Champions League?
I've got to be honest, Alan, I think it's been a good game. I've enjoyed watching this game.
Well, the 7 previous Champions League clashes led to 5 goals, and 2 of them were scored last week at Anfield. Liverpool trying to find a second goal. Good run by Alonso into Babel. Babel's offside. Quite right. Linesman's flag is up. And I don't think they've got any decision wrong, any of the 3 officials tonight.
Excellent there.
I'm going to get a CD copy of this, because I don't believe I've been praising the officials all night long.
But what I also like, I don't know whether he speaks English or not, but his acknowledgement to players as well, and I think it's very, very good.
I think Rossetti speaks Italian, English, and I don't know.
No, but certainly, I mean, just there he's talking to Babel, just had a little word with him and acknowledged 1 or 2 things, and let's get on with the play. Very, very good.
Gerrard evades Makelele, finds Mascherano. Mascherano looking for Pennant, headed away well by Ashley Cole. And here's Malouda with the overhead clearance, headed back by Carragher. And Malouda clears once more. And now it's Hupia chasing with Drogba. I think the ball's gone behind, left to go behind by Reina for a goal kick. And we've got 3 minutes left of the first period of extra time here at Stamford Bridge. Fergie's still here. He's still here. I think he knows both these teams intimately. He must be engrossed in the match, actually, to his credit. No early ride home for Sir Alex. Here's Mascherano. Mascherano turns one way and then plays it back to Hupia as Ballack persisted. Mascherano again to Carragher. Liverpool a better team in the second half, and they'll have to be the better team in the second period of extra time if they're to get back into this Champions League. Pennant on the far side, a little nudge by Terry, but it's out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Chelsea. It wasn't a foul on Pennant. Ashley Cole to take it on the far side of the field. And this is as much choice as we've had at Stamford Bridge tonight.
Yeah.
They sent victory. And Abramovich, his dearest wish, well, primarily is to see Chelsea in the Champions League final, but the Champions League final in Moscow, all his dreams have come true. Kuyt tries to head the ball on, but it's cleared by Makelele. And Ballack wafts it towards the right side, and Essien might have shown too much of it to Mascherano, who gets in the tackle and puts it out of play for a throw-in.
See Benitez now having a look at Kuyt, trying to say, look, hold it. I think Kuyt was trying to head a ball on there, and Benitez doesn't want that. He wants it to stick. If that's what he wants, get Crouch on then.
Well, he can't now.
No, it's all over, isn't it?
I don't...
No, he can't. You're right.
He can't. We've already had the 3 changes.
Thanks very much for that.
If you can sneak Crouch on, of course, that would be a master's.
I don't think anybody would see him.
A 4th substitute. Well, if Graham Paul can have 3 yellow cards, why not 4 substitutes? I'll never let that one go, you know.
No. What, the Paul one or mine?
Both. Chelsea with a throw-in on the near side of the field. Last minute of time in the first period of extra time. Essien with a throw. Back to Makelele. On to Essien. Low ball in to Malouda. Malouda to Anelka. Anelka's onside. Plays it back. Drogba makes it 3-1. Chelsea are through to Moscow. No question now. Didier Drogba, barred by Benitez before the game, has scored his 2nd goal of the night, and Chelsea can celebrate.
Well, I have to say there's a 1-2 played round who appealed for offside. No chance. And Anelka then went on late, and Drogba's come in, it's dispatched it. This is going to be a very long second period of extra time for Liverpool. They would almost wish you may as well blow the final whistle now. 3-1 to Chelsea.
Now there's no way back. Again, there was no way back at half-time in Istanbul. I just don't see it. I don't see it. No, what's happening here?
We've blown for half-time.
Blown for half-time in extra time. Wow. game over, surely, Graham.
Yeah, you can't see anything else happening now here. But yeah, we've got I don't know what Alonso is doing now. Alonso looks very distraught, very upset with everything. You're going to have to pull the players together. Keep your eyes on Mascherano as well.
Marcus.
Thank you, Alan. Well, Graham, really powerful from Chelsea again then in that first period of extra time.
Well, they've come back, haven't they? I mean, you've got to give them that. The second half of normal time was all Liverpool. And in the first period of extra time, what an incident. I mean, first of all, Essien scores. No, he hasn't scored because they're offside. Then a penalty. Lampard puts it in so superbly. And then they've come up with this third goal here. They're leading 3-1, 15 minutes left. I mean, it really is and should be game over. I can't see a way back for Liverpool now.
Well, it's been an extraordinary first period of extra time. Frank Lampard, all sorts of emotions must be going through that young man's head. He took his black armband off from John Terry, kissed it, and there was a picture of his father in the crowd. Well, he's put Chelsea 2-1 up. They're 3-1 up through Drogba. Anyway, back for Liverpool. Here's Mike Ingham.
And he scored at the Matthew Harding end as well, here at Stamford Bridge. Well, Liverpool waited 4 years to score a goal here. Now they need 2 in 15 minutes. Surely not. But, of course, we all remember Istanbul. It's a free kick to Liverpool, Gerrard to take it, but there's no Fernando Torres now. The Chelsea fans are celebrating as Arbeloa finds Gerrard, who scuffs the ball in, and Chelsea clear back into the Liverpool half. Mascherano chases. He'll ignore the goalkeeper, Reina. Liverpool, well, how much have they been affected as well by losing Skirtle here tonight in the first half? It was Hoppier's challenge which produced a penalty for Chelsea, and the turning point in the game, really. Ball out of play over on the far side. Essien continuing to play it right back. Throw to Chelsea. Home and dry, surely. 3-1 tonight, 4-2 on aggregate. At 2-1 after the penalty, didn't really change too much, because if Liverpool had scored, that would still have put them through with the away goals. But now they've got to pull these two back. And Reina once more, who's had a good record over the years saving penalties, but could do nothing about that effort from Frank Lampard. Drogba scored 2. So typical that Drogba, after all the build-up, should have the final word here tonight. Check in the Chelsea goal, and he's not happy because the back pass to him was quite a wild one, really, and Czech couldn't hold on to it, and Liverpool have a corner over on the far side. Now, if they're going to get back into this semi-final, surely this must be the moment. It's a corner kick to Liverpool, far side to left, Jermaine Pennant to take it. Babel and Kaut standing almost on the goal line. Where's Gerrard? He's 25 yards out at the moment. He's going to run in with this corner kick. Pennant, right-footed, high corner, headed away by Essien this time, and it's going to be another corner which Gerrard is galloping across to take. Mascherano's there as well. Into the final period of added time here at Stamford Bridge. Liverpool need 2 goals. In comes the corner kick. Pennant didn't really hit it cleanly. Still not cleared yet. Hoppier is battling and scraping his way in. Kaut lifts the shot over the bar. And there's a few problems there after the event. Hoppier getting up and squaring up, and John Terry trying to act as the peacemaker there. Terry has to tread very carefully now, of course. A yellow card away from suspension.
Yeah, I can't see. No. There's no penalty there again. They've got on with it. There was a few laughs and smiles between John Terry as well, and the referee quite right again. Not a penalty.
Amazing added time, because Essien thought he'd stroked in the Chelsea goal to make it 2-1. That was given offside, but then almost immediately they got the penalty after the foul on Ballack. Liverpool lose their way once more, and Czech comes out to take possession once more in the Chelsea goal away to our right. We've played already nearly 3.5 minutes of this final period of added time. It's 3-1 tonight to Chelsea, 4-2 on aggregate, moving towards their first Champions League final against Manchester United. And now it's Michael Ballack And what a game that would be after the events of last weekend. It's Jermaine Pennant now, looking to release Gerrard over on the far side, but it was not a good ball at all. And it's out of play for Chelsea throw-in. I mean, Manchester United, if it is Manchester United Chelsea, Graham, will not be lacking in motivation after last Saturday.
Well, not at all. I mean, in terms of how the FA Cup's gone, really, and we've got Cardiff and Portsmouth and none of what people say the really big Premier League sides, to suddenly end up in the same season with the Champions League between our two top teams, it really is quite amazing what's happened this season.
Ryan Babel now for Liverpool. Now, we haven't managed to have an all-English final in the FA Cup this year, but we're going to have one in the Champions League. Out of play, Babel thinks he's got a corner. In fact, he's going to get the ball so he can give it to Petr Cech as quickly as possible to take this kick. So we're heading for Manchester United against Chelsea in Moscow. And if it is Manchester United in Chelsea, then probably half the outfield players will be English. Clearance now by Cech, taking as much time as he can. Into the Liverpool half. Glance down for Chelsea's Malouda. Malouda, who, to be fair to him, has done quite well since he came on. He's tumbling over, took a dive inside the Liverpool penalty area. He's been more effective tonight as a substitute, Malouda. Liverpool haven't really posed any threat at all yet in this final period of added time.
It's going to be very difficult for them, aren't they? You can see now that Chelsea have just set themselves there. They've got this 3-1 lead. There's an extra spring in their step, but they've set their system, they've set their formation, and they're just saying to Liverpool, it's up to you, isn't it? We're 3-1 in the lead.
10 minutes to go. Arbeloa. Liverpool giving the ball away cheaply. Lampard. Well, what guts he showed, really, to take that penalty ahead of Michael Ballack. And now Ashley Cole playing it almost as if it's the start of the game. Drogba let the ball run through his legs, and this time the challenge on Malouda has been given. Malouda's been quite a thorn, actually, in Liverpool's side this season. Remember that controversial penalty that Chelsea got at Anfield earlier in the season, given against Carragher. It's a free kick to Chelsea, and Didier Drogba perhaps fancies a hat-trick. He's 30 yards away from Reyna's goal, dead centre, and he's got the ball.
And I think that Ballack has just said to him, this one's yours. So you can have that. Now, having said that, who knows, Ballack might step in front of him and take it quickly himself. It was a silly foul by Mascherano to give this away. I mean, he just barged into the back of Malouda. Well,
he has shown character tonight, Drogba, as has of course Frank Lampard, shown great bravery. It's Ballack and Drogba together, but Drogba has the scent here, I think. And here comes Didier Drogba, straight into the Liverpool wall. Powerfully struck, corner kick to Chelsea over on the far side. Yeah, looking to get it into the top left-hand corner. And he had to get it over the wall and then down again. He wasn't able to get it over the wall as the Liverpool defenders jumped high. Malouda, Chelsea corner kick. 2 goals in front of Liverpool now in this semi-final. Liverpool sending 2 players down the field just in case there's a counter-attack. The Dutchman, Kouten Babel. Michael Ballack tackled over on that left-hand side. Liverpool almost giving it away. Huppier touches it out of the penalty area to Mascherano. Mascherano slips, and in steps Malouda. Malouda, one of the Chelsea substitutes, full of running. Drogba takes over. Free kick is given now against Chelsea over on the far side, but Liverpool struggling to get the ball. He is a big, strong man, Drogba. You know, and when he gets in, if he's going to knock you, you're going to feel it. There's no doubt about that. Well, he's responded in the best possible way tonight. The only way you can respond on the field with 2 goals. Might have had a hat-trick, missed one in the first half as well. And now Risa, 10 yards inside the Chelsea half. Risa onto Babel, who's playing down the centre. Babel, square ball to Carragher. Gerrard's waiting down this near side. Gerrard receives now. In goes the left-footed ball from Gerrard. Flicked on by Babel, but behind Kout. Not a great clearance from Michael Ballack. It goes a long way in the air. Terry's trying to get his head on it on the edge of the area. And the clearance completed by Malouda. Terry just went down for a moment. He's back on his feet again. Pennant tackled by Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole's had a really good game tonight at left-back for Chelsea. And it's a throw to Liverpool, taken by Carragher. Carragher to Arbeloa. Arbeloa's high one, in towards the area. Kout can't get off the ground. A terrific fist from Cech. Knocks it to the far side of the field, and Anelka has just headed it out of play for a Liverpool throw-in. Yeah. Anelka comes on, doesn't he? Plays in that wide position, just gets on with his game. I mean, we'd all recognise that isn't his best position. It's not that he's unused to it, but he just comes on and does the job for Chelsea. Well, a Champions League game at Stamford Bridge turned out to be Jose Mourinho's final game as the Chelsea manager. But Avram Grant is on the verge of going one step further than Jose Mourinho. Although Mourinho did win the trophy with Porto, of course. The lines are open now for 6:06 with Tim Lovejoy straight after the commentary here at Stamford Bridge. We're heading for a north-south Manchester United-Chelsea Champions League final next month in Moscow. A repeat of the FA Cup final of last year. The ball is inside the centre circle. Michael Ballack knocks it well to Malouda, and in no great hurry, and he doesn't need to be Malouda now because Chelsea very much with the advantage. Malouda knocks it back almost to the halfway line. Makaleli to Ashley Cole. Chelsea have regrouped and grown again in added time when Liverpool looked as if they could go on to win it in the 90 minutes. Ballack showing good body strength there against Carragher, and the throw-in is Chelsea's down this near side, and all the Chelsea fans now behind Rayner's goal, bouncing up and down with their blue and white scarves and flags. Chelsea throw-in, frustrated here by Monaco under Claudio Ranieri, frustrated twice at Anfield against Liverpool, and now heading for the Champions League final. 2 goals from Drogba, and in between a penalty from Lampard. Pennant now running well for Liverpool. He overruns it though. Great challenge from Ashley Cole. Both players go to the ground. Referee says play on. Lampard shuffles in field and then plays a lovely reverse ball to Malouda. Malouda's just holed over by Mascherano. Not good play really for Liverpool. Mascherano shows his frustration, and Chelsea have a free kick.
Mascherano's giving too many free kicks away now for my liking. Keeps holding his left thigh as well, left hamstring. I wonder if he's just got a little knock there. He's worked very, very hard, but his frustration is coming to the fore now and again with some of his tackling.
And the race is on, of course, between Manchester United and Chelsea, also for the Premier League title, which will pick up again over the weekend. We're going to have another Chelsea change in a moment. Lampard, by the way, is looking quite tired. I'm not sure whether he might be the man to come off. In the meantime, a bit of defending for Pennant to do away to our left. So 5 minutes to go, just under 5 minutes of added time, and Chelsea have made added time at home count. Andrei Shevchenko to come into the game for the last 5 minutes. Champions League winner in England with AC Milan at Old Trafford. Long one now from Mascherano. Onto the chest of Babel over on the far side, but Liverpool haven't been able to create anything since falling 2 goals behind. Babel held onto it a little long there. Now Alonso with his left foot tries to find the run from Steven Gerrard. Chelsea defending well once more. Liverpool have broken their duck with a goal here tonight. Not sure they're going to get any more though. It's Mascherano short of the halfway line. High one to this near side. Ashley Cole will jump with Pennant. Pennant got a header down, but it was cleared once more by Makaleli, and now Shevchenko can come into the game if Avram Grant cares to make the change now. Certainly Shevchenko's ready, but they've missed the opportunity to make the change right now. Alonso into Babel now, 15 yards inside the Chelsea half. Babel tries a shot. Oh, great shot, and it's too much for Cech. It's gone straight through him. Cech surely should have had that covered, but Babel with a snapshot surprised him. It's gone all the way, and now Liverpool suddenly back in the game, and one more goal now from Liverpool would put them through. 3-2 tonight.
Well, this game swings, doesn't it? Great shot there, and I think honestly that Petr Cech was, for the first time, he lacked the concentration. He was too short. He went to just get it, never got strong hands behind it at all, helped it into the roof of the net. 3-2 Chelsea, Liverpool back in it.
3 minutes of extra time to go here. Liverpool are a goal away now from the Champions League final. Chelsea fans celebrating. They should still be okay, but now Liverpool know one more goal will do it for them. Babel has shocked Stamford Bridge here. It's now 4-3 on aggregate. 3-2 tonight to Chelsea. High ball to the far side, headed away by Michael Essien, and now Chelsea have to be so careful, and the Chelsea fans away to our right hold their heads in disbelief. They were celebrating a moment ago. They could still be celebrating in 3 minutes from now, but a goal from Liverpool will transform everything. Ball goes into the area, headed away by Essien. Alonso can't get his shot in. That was a really laboured and tired effort from Alonso. Benitez sits down again, and it's a goal kick to Chelsea.
I think Alonso changed his mind at the very last minute there. The ball's coming out to him on his left foot. I think originally he thinks about volleying it, and then changes his mind at the very last minute, and the ball just bounces away from him. You've got to take every shooting opportunity now in the Liverpool team.
Well, who would have thought that we were going to have 5 goals here tonight? Chelsea lead by 3 goals to 2. Shevchenko now can come on. Babel has suddenly stunned Chelsea. Shevchenko will come on for Frank Lampard, who will get a wonderful ovation from the fans here, watched by his father Frank. After such a dreadful week of personal tragedy for the family, Lampard declared himself fit and able to play tonight. And what a moment when he struck the penalty past Pepe Reina.
Now, sorry, Mike, are they bringing Shevchenko on to score or to clear balls off the line for as he did against Manchester United?
Well, he did that, didn't he, against Manchester United. It's also, by the way, eaten a bit more time up as well here, because looking at the watch now, we've got just a minute of extra time to go. The referee will just add on a few more seconds probably for that change. Chelsea almost there still, despite that Babel goal. If Liverpool can get it down though, who knows? Appeal for offside, and it's given against Dirk Kuyt, much to the relief of the Chelsea fans. And Sami Hyypiä has now gone up front to play with Dirk Kuyt. Gerrard is desperate to give the ball back to Chelsea so they can take this free kick. They will take as much time as they can over it. Roberto Rossetti, the Italian, who's had a great match as the referee. Liverpool one goal away from a place in the final, but Chelsea are almost there for the first time ever in their history. The ball on the edge of the Liverpool area. They're desperate to try and get this one down. Chelsea looking to Malouda to get them moving once more. Pennant back inside his own half. Long ball into the Chelsea half. Terry judges the bounce well. Ashley Cole can only knock it to Rafa Benitez, and Gerrard wants to take the throw quickly and make it now. We are up. 15 minutes has been played in this second period. We'll have 1 minute of added time. 1 minute of added time. The Hyypiä finds Gerrard. Gerrard can't get the cross in against Ashley Cole. Gerrard against Ashley Cole once more. Both players go to the ground, and the goal kick is given to Chelsea. John Terry punches the air, and that surely is that.
You'd think that has to be it, wouldn't it? You've got all the situation. Who can tell with this type of game that we've seen? I mean, you just have not been able to take your eyes off the pitch. It really has been such a good game to watch. And the commitment, sorry Mike, the commitment from both sides, it's excelled.
And still the fourth official has a bit of a scrap down there with Rafa Benitez. Drogba comes across to speak to Avram Grant. All eyes on the referee. Ball is with Shevchenko for the first time. He doesn't need to get the ball into the penalty area. He's just making his way towards the corner flag, and it's a goal kick to Liverpool. We're playing 1 minute of added time at the end of extra time. We've got about 10 seconds to go. Chelsea almost there. Here comes the clearance for Liverpool. There goes the final whistle at Stamford Bridge, and for the first time in their history, their long history, Chelsea have reached the final of the Champions League. They will play in Moscow against Manchester United. The top two teams in the Premier League will meet in Moscow in the Champions League final, and Liverpool, European capital of culture this year, will not be the European capital of football. It's Chelsea 3, Liverpool 2 tonight. Chelsea 4, Liverpool 3 on aggregate. The stars were Drogba and Lampard, and Avram Grant has managed to go one stage further at Chelsea than Jose Mourinho, who's taken Abramovich to Moscow.
Mike, thank you very much indeed. Avram Grant was down there on all fours on the pitch at one point at the end. He's got his coat off, he's got his jacket off, he nearly looked overcome. He looks in a total daze to me about what exactly has happened here. And he's got a big broad grin on his face now, and he's hugging his back room staff, and this is a massive moment for Chelsea and for Roman Abramovich, of course, Graham Taylor.
Definitely. I mean, you get to a European Cup final for the first time. It is a moment in any club's history at all. And I have to say this, that Chelsea played so well in the first 45 minutes. Liverpool excelled in the second 45 minutes. Goes into extra time, and that first period of extra time, that first 15 minutes when the decisions were taken, correct decisions I have to say, and suddenly Chelsea find themselves 3-1. And yet, Mark, the second goal, and you're saying to yourself, goodness me, are Liverpool going to snatch this at the death? They were unable to do so, but it really has been a fascinating game, and it's been an excellent one to watch.
Well, the Chelsea players are going to milk this ovation they're getting from their home crowd here. The Liverpool players are still all out on the pitch too. Rafa Benitez has marshalled them over to their fans away to the left. It's not to be for Liverpool this year. John Arnautovic is looking distraught once more. There's a lovely moment here between Rafa Benitez and Avram Grant as they have a little quiet word and hug each other, and Yossi Benayoun goes over to Avram Grant as well. In fact, a lot of respect from the Liverpool players for the Chelsea manager, while the Chelsea players a jig of victory over towards the Matthew Harding stand inside the penalty area. Quite ironically, of course, the ground staff here already want to get on with sorting the pitch out. They've taken the goal down. It's the Chelsea players who are out there at the moment, and the groundsmen are beginning to usher them, would you believe it, off the pitch so they can dig back the divots. Drogba's going to enjoy it. He's taking his shirt off here now, and he's threatening to throw it into the crowd. Big moment for John Terry. Kept his cool. He was the one man on a yellow card tonight. Can you imagine the moment if he'd have got booked in that game, he'd have missed the final in Moscow?
I've been very impressed with the discipline of all players. I've no doubt about it. And I think that has a long way to go with Roberto Rossetti, the referee, who refereed this game in a first-class manner. But also, what was very pleasing for me, Mark, at the end of the game, and I think we ought to see more of it, the two managers shaking hands, and all of the Liverpool players shaking hands with the Chelsea substitutes, the coaches. That's what we need to see. Yep. And it's a very good end to what has been a very good game.
Well, John Terry's done a lap of honour all of it on his own. I think along with Frank Lampard, they're going to be the last two Englishmen that are final in the Champions League for those two, ever since that dream was put there, really, by Roman Abramovich and, you have to say, Jose Mourinho. They've waited to be able to say, we're on our way to the final.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you obviously have to feel John Terry right through the club, coming right through the junior side, now captaining in the side, taking them to a European Championship final. But what you need to do when you do that, you need to win. And that will be coming into their minds, there's no doubt about that.
There's one man left on this Chelsea pitch. It is Avram Grant, who's now got a standing ovation himself from all the Chelsea fans. He takes his Chelsea side to Moscow in May, where they take on Manchester United. I just got a little bit of housekeeping here. Scottish results tonight in the Iron Brew First Division playoff semi-final. First leg, Alloa 2, Clyde 1, Wraith 0, Airdrie 2, and in the Second Division, Arbroath 1, Cowdenbeath 1, and Montrose 1, Stranraer 1. Steve Clarke and Didier Drogba won a little bit more. They're back out on the pitch. The party in West London has only just begun. 0500 909 693. Get on that phone for 606. Graham, just a final word on tonight. It was a terrific game.
It was an excellent game, conducted in the right manner, refereed superbly, and the respect for the players was first class from one another. But what an interesting game. At one stage you thought Chelsea were going to run away with it, and then right at the death you thought Liverpool were going to come back from a 3-1 and nick it. You just couldn't take your eyes off the pitch, but it's Chelsea that go through to the final.